can do this as a Sunday mix to Arsenal. What's going on, bro?
I guess
Where's the
that's right,
smart?
man.
The savages this season. The whole world is on me. People deluded, I'm back again. Happy Monday, Arsenal fans. It's the morning, afternoon, or evening of the night before. Elephant in the room. We lost 3-2 against Man United. You've got to be respectful. It's a game we didn't want to lose. It's a fan base that we don't want to lose to. I'm getting it from all angles. People that ain't spoken to me in years, months, days, they're hitting up my phone. People from Ireland are hitting up my phone. People from London are hitting up my phone. If you're not hitting up my WhatsApp, you're invading my mentions. You're in my Instagram DMs. You're chatting shit on TikTok. You're in the YouTube comments. Humble, you know, even me, I'm a humble fan. I'm very humble, as you guys know. But this season made a villain. I needed this. And listen, when I go live with rants, I'm not even rebuting nothing because you lot didn't back Arsenal, you didn't back me yesterday. So I'm not backing you. You lot left me in the battlefield. It's dark. And I think you lot letting me know your fault. Smash the like button, all of that. The one thing I would say is I'd like to think I'm a fair man. Cast your mind back to August. Forget the fact that we beat Man United. I always say from August, I'll give you not a free hit, but I'll give you somewhat of a free hit until the 10-game mark, because that's when I feel whatever you've been working in pre-season, players have got fitness. Now the season starts. All right, cool. From game week 10 to probably December, it weren't all perfect, but you're maneuvering. Every trophy we're still in. We know we're not, well, I hope we can, but I know we're not going to win every bit of silverware, but we're still on task. From December till Jan, now, obviously, the last 3 games, 9 points available. You've scored 2 goals. You've got 2 points. You've hit a wobble. The good news is you're still on task to do what you need to do. Hopefully, we're crying in January and crying tears of joy in May. But now I need to be harsher because we're in the second half of the season. And I think I've been more than patient with Mikel Arteta and these players. And I still am. I'm with you lot to the death. This is a safe place, Arsenal fans. But I'm not going to sit here and deny the obvious. We cannot keep running behind stats. The first thing I want to mention, you lot have been telling me this for years. And I've been on to all of you lot from that season where Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, they all had great goal returns. I like the fact that we can share goals around. Keep doing that. Set pieces, dead balls, etc. You cannot tell me that Mikel Arteta could have Lionel Messi, prime Lionel Messi, and he would obviously get goals. He's Messi. He would struggle. You cannot tell me and sit there and insult my intelligence and tell me there's no issues in attack. Whether that's for the players need to buck up their ideas or maybe Mikel Arteta needs to dial it back. Granted, that season where we played great attacking football, yeah, I want elements of that. And I've seen it. I've seen it mainly in Europe. I saw that in the second half against City. I do think we look at that year because the football, by what we're succumbing to, is kind of diabolical in that regards. But I do think we look at that year with rose tints, Arsenal fans, because we remember there was a lot of games we might have a blisteringly good first half, second half we're struggling, we're dying kind of thing. So granted, we needed to become a bit more street smart, and we did do that. You've got us to this point. But I keep saying the same things on the pitch. I keep saying the same things about the gaffer and the players. What you lot have got to, you lot have done well to get to this stage. But if you want to achieve something in life you haven't done, you need to become a version of yourself that you haven't been. I don't care what we do good. I keep saying these things, and this is where my frustration is. Win, lose, or draw, I'm talking about the same shit. I keep telling you lot hide behind who, you know, the goals are shared around. When the game is shit and we need someone to get us out of jail, who do you look around with? Because the couple players that you would, they're not doing it. There's a bit of an attacking tax. There is a handbrake. The players need to fix up. Attack is a form of defense, Mikel Arteta. And I think we're seeing the same things. 2 different games. I think I saw a lot of things against Liverpool. I think I saw a lot of things against Man United. I know you can't be amazing in every game. Somebody rise up. One game in the Premier League, we've been amazing across the whole of the 90 minutes. I know there is, but rise up one. Because for me, I'll say Newcastle. Then show me a catalogue of work. Ultimately, things go wrong. You struggle at times. Things happen. You need to get over the line. But it's no good of being good for half an hour and poor for the rest. When I look back at that game, I actually think the worst thing we could have done is score in hindsight, watching it twice. Because as soon as we scored, like we started the game very well, got the first goal, and suddenly everyone's getting complacent. Stupid mistake from Zubimendi. And I'll say this with Mikel Arteta. Why do we take more risks in defense? And I get it. We want to play out the back. You're going to get caught. These things are going to happen. It was Zubamendi yesterday. It was Odegaard against Chelsea. Gabriel's done a madness. Mosquera's had something, so on and so forth. Why do we take risks in our defense and not take risks in the final third? This attack and this defense and defensive ethos has been carrying this team. And it's about time the midfielders fucking put their big boy pants on and the attack. Mikel Arteta and my players, let your nuts hang. No wise. This is football. You lot, listen, you lot talk a lot. You need to show the world you got big, massive bollocks, you know. Yesterday, I didn't see players putting their fucking cocks on the table, putting their bollocks on the table and letting it hang and saying, we're here. I can take losing. I can take drawing. What I can't take is cowardice, you know. I can even take mistakes because mistakes happen. The only mistakes not made in football are the ones that don't happen. I mean, when you're not playing. I can't take a lack of courage. And I saw players hiding. I saw the manager looking out of sorts. Credit to Man United because they carried on their form against City to us. They've slapped both the title contenders. I think it was very street smart. They came to our yard. We're in a better moment than them. They boxed smart. Obviously, you look at Mbuemo, didn't have much to work with. When he did have a chance, he put it in the back of the net. My Manchester United supporting friends have been very critical on Cunha. Came off the bench, so big up Carrick for that as well. Is what it is. You know, bagged and whatnot. Dorgu, who I was boying, left back, playing left wing. He told me to shut my mouth, and he said they were going to win. Bosi did what they needed to do. Bruno Fernandes standing up to be captain. You lot know me. I don't sit here and talk about the captaincy and things like that, but I'm repeating the same things. Martin Odegaard, fix up. Zubamendi, fix up. Declan Rice, never saw you. My defense, I find it very hard to criticize them. Watching it again, there were some problems defensively for the goals, especially ironically the change of putting Marino in midfield. But I've not got no smoke for my defense because 9 times out of 10, you got the ball, whether it's the players or Mikel Arteta, nobody's sharing for it. You've got us out of jail, not only in our half, but in their half, well, in the opponent's half 9 times out of 10. My attack need to fix up. But if you've got Bukayo Saka, Eze, Trossard, Gyökeres, whoever you want to say, some of these players will F off and go to other teams and look a bit better. If they're all struggling, they all have to hold themselves accountable. But then you have to ask questions of the collective. And I'm sitting here and saying the same things again and again and again. I'll give you the first half an hour. I think you look well. But when you scored, elements of complacency, which is not on. And I'm even seeing people attacking the fans' atmosphere at the Emirates. Like, fuck all of that, bro. If you want them to make noise, go and play. And at the end of the day, obviously, fans can lift you. It's like being in a boxing ring, which I've never been in. Obviously, if you're walking into a boxing ring, if you're in a hostile environment and you're the away fighter, you can definitely hear it and feel it. But when there's an evident target, you in the ring, you get it. Listen, I used to play for Boardwalk Farm, and then I joined Edmonton All Stars, and then we started playing Boardwalk Farm in Tottenham. If you know, you know. Then it was intimidating. You could smell cannabis. You saw the at the time the teenagers. You know, it was a scary atmosphere, especially as a fullback. Balls off the pitch, you're a bit shook, but you don't care about any of that. You deal with the immediate threat in front of you. So I don't want to hear any of that. It's sounding too soft and those kind of things. But anyway, staying on task. First half an hour, cool. I'll give it to you. Everything, ironically, if you didn't score, I actually think we get something from the game because I still think you would have been doing what you needed to do. But you scored, you thought the job was done. Man United traveling away from home. We've been on to them. We've scored, it's done. To concede in the 37th minute, unacceptable. But even that, I can write that off of mistakes. What I can't write off as mistakes is evidently the warning signs. You saw the warning signs. Forget the first goal Man United scored. Did Bruno and Mbuemo not have some chances that went unpunished? So that's the first thing. What the hell is said in the second half? What is said in the second half? Second big game at the Emirates in a row. You did the same thing against Liverpool. And I know you're not doing this on purpose, but this is what I mean by, you look in our team, and the beautiful thing about football, you lot are watching this game and on YouTube at the moment with me all around the world. We've got players from different nationalities. Some can speak more than one language, and they can all say that they want to win silverware and things like that. And I'm not saying that's not the case, but the best universal term to speak in football, with your fucking feet, passing when you need to pass, scoring, shooting, etc. Second half down the pot. From Arteta's made 4 subs, I know you've written it off. I know it's a madness. And I get it. You have the system. But this is what I mean. We still don't know who the number 1 striker is. We know for the game, certain man, still don't know who the number 1 striker is. It feels like I don't even buy the fact that Eze made a mistake against Aston Villa and he's not playing. I just think Arteta is too risk averse. Odegaard will do the basics that Arteta wants, not me, but will want. So people like him won't get in. But if it is because of a mistake, people make mistakes. And it feels like certain individuals are allowed to consistently make mistakes and keep playing. You lot know I love Zubamendi. Zubamendinho, still better than Partey, still cold. But one thing I've been very consistent with, and I don't want credit, but you lot can kill me for rating players and things of that ilk, yeah? One thing I don't feel like give credit for is I do highlight the madness. And I keep saying, when it's a chess match kind of football match, Zubamendi's in his own world. Forget the mistake, just general performance. He's a class of above. You see, when it's them typical British games, like a bit like yesterday, he's struggling. You need another midfielder. You cannot convince me that. Boys, you disappointed yourselves more than the fans and everyone. You disappointed yourselves. You disappointed yourselves. The third goal as well, great from United. People are not winning duels. The second goal, people are not winning duels. The first goal come via a silly mistake. What really did you create? Lamens did well as well. Everyone Man United connected. I don't want to hear about no penalty shouts and handball claims, and they're all they're all maybe positive claims. Controlled the controllables. Credit to Man United, street smart performance. Did everything I wanted to see in my team. We were better than them for half an hour. They were better for at least the whole of the second half, and whatever total minutes include added on time. It's horrible. And there's certain things I can't get vexed about because Arteta, I think you've engineered this yourself. In the same way I praise you for how the squad's been built and things, when push comes to shove, I have to hold you accountable, the players as well. Jesus, I think he played his way into the game because of his performances for Inter Milan. You don't know, I was, and I'm not a manager. I was saying Marino up front because I think you needed that. Jesus and whoever can go up front, we still don't have an evident number one. I think people are being a bit too harsh on Trossard, but at the end of the day, we needed a left winger in the summer. That purple patch looks like it's done. Saka needs to put on his big boy pants, but at the same time, it feels like all of our attackers' wings are getting clipped. And I've said this before, and what's annoying me is win, lose, or draw, we're saying the same things. Until Arteta learns to allow these players to thrive in the final third, we're not going to get to where we need to. Attack is a form of defense. As soon as we got that goal, handbrake settings. That might work in Europe, at least for now. I don't know for the knockout stages. That's not going to work in the Prem. And whether you look at the Wolves game, the Brighton game, the Villa game, Man United, Manchester City at the Emirates, Liverpool at the Emirates, Nottingham Forest away, so on and so forth. Whether we've won, lost, or drawn, we are saying the same things. And I'm being harsh on the problem, not necessarily the personnel. I'm accepting of things. Man, I'm bringing on Madueke and he ain't scored in a year. I can't get vexed at Noni for you brought him into the club. You have to make it work. That little, and we've been saying it, myself included. Put Saka over there, put Noni on. Didn't really see anything. Games like that just want Rice sweeping up, especially if we're going to be glamorous going forward. Games like that, Zubamendi's not built for that. Let him do the slightly more attacking thing. Odegaard, I'm sorry. I need to see Eze. Eze ain't been doing much. I need to see Eze now. I'm not even vexed at Nwaneri going on loan, but I do have to ask the question, Nwaneri going on loan, you need to be able to gamble. It's too much spreadsheet and probability, and Arteta, that's got us to this point. But football fans, young and old, love football because there's things you can't account for. No one knew Cunha was going to score that. No one knew at Anfield Szoboszlai was going to score. Those games, there's been elements of competing, but that healthy randomness, especially when you're at home and you're on to them, trust the players. And players, you need to trust yourself. Don't, because I've mentioned the manager, don't sit here and think the players, you were cowardly. It was cowardly yesterday. I'm not calling you lot cowards. It was cowardly. It was cowardly. I didn't see no protagonist. There's been times where we've been losing, or we've been up against it, or we've lost. I've seen several players stand up to be counted. I'm seeing people pass the buck. I'm seeing people struggle with 5-yard passes. I don't know what's forget. The manager can't hold your hands. What are you lot saying at halftime to come out and perform like that again in another big game? You see, when I sit here and say, and big up boy, because he probably in the comments somewhere, not to say Arsenal are the biggest and baddest. You see what I mean when I say we are our own worst enemies? Before I look about City and this one and that one, I look at us. We don't maximize what we can maximize. We don't control the controllables. We don't have a lot of flexibility. I love Declan Rice in the left 8. Games like that, we have to pivot stuff. End of the day, Granit Xhaka's a good player for Arsenal, but I shouldn't still see his absence on that left-hand side. Their left-hand side is dead. I'm not even going to do, some of you are doing too much with Hincapié. I don't think he was the worst. But you've come back from a few weeks of being injured. We threw you in. I think yesterday was a game for personality. I actually wanted to see Arteta gamble a bit. And I feel like I've said this a couple of times with you lot where, like, provided the game was 1-1 and we approached it differently and we kept going and going for it. United hit us. They did win, but United hit us down the other end and score. I would be critical of it. I'll be a hypocrite to suggest anything else. But that might shag us today or yesterday. That might help us in several times, going forward. At the end of the day, you've got 3 losses this season, X amount of draws, you're still top. The points gap has been cut. You need to beat Leeds. There's going to be many twists and turns. This is why I sit here and say the points gap means fuck all to me in January. Talk to me about that in any point in March, preferably at the end, and so on and so forth. It's a bad day at the office. What are you lot going to decide? Do you lot want to be winners in May, or do you want to keep crying? Only they can decide it. And I'll tell you, I do think you're now at a point with the squad where you've stood in the rain and you can't complain you're wet. You have put players in prominent positions. You are relying on players when things go left. You have assembled this. And I feel sorry for my defenders because I'm tired of seeing them kind of drag us. Cowardly, uninspiring. After you scored, you thought the job was done. A lack of focus, a lack of mentality. fuck it, a lack of desire. And I don't even necessarily, I do think you lot wanted to win, but that's not, man didn't go out like Spartans. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So United did their get back. They've slapped both Pepper and Arteta. It is what it is, bro. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Smash the like button if you haven't. I don't know why Liverpool fans are twerking for Man United. And you know what? Chelsea and Liverpool fans, especially Roms, he's my guy. You don't need to be easy because Man United, like, cool, we might not win the league and hold our L. I know we're reaching Champions League. You know Man United are ahead of certain teams. And you know if they keep this up, you lot are doc. Fair enough, man. Fair enough, man. We can't always blame the manager. The players have big responsibility as well. The players do as well. I think I've given them both smoke. But at the end of the day, there's been different players. Everyone, some people would agree on Mikel Arteta and disagree. Everyone can recognize this squad. The players 100%, but it feels like there's a reluctance to criticize Mikel Arteta. Granted, like, I'm talking for the balanced football fans, right? Because it does feel like people blame him all the time, or he's absolved of all blame. Ultimately, though, a football is a results-driven business, and everything is a reflection of the manager. It's as simple as that. First off, I'm not really onto you. Well, I'd say the last 15 minutes. All of you lot, I'm on to you lot for the first half. And I'm more on to Mikel Arteta historically because I feel, while it's frustrating to lose to Man United and we got to hold the banter, I feel like I'm genuinely sitting here and saying the same things week in, week out. Don't believe me? Brighton at home, Aston Villa home and away, regardless of the result. Man United and Liverpool recently, Nottingham Forest. We know we can't win them all. And we know we're a good team, but it's about chasing greatness. It don't matter how many wins you've got. You could have 3-4 losses of the season, and that could be where it was won and lost and drawn. Get your acts together. We need big boys now. No one can be pussies. Salute yourself, L, man. A man said all sorts of buying and chalk going down at the Emirates. Start the stream. I want tears. Big up, Warren, man. Hope you're doing better, DG. Hope the hangover. Bro, who's hangover? The battle was lost. The war is not over, DG. They need to show me because them lot, I support you lot. I don't trust you lot. You lost my trust. You have to earn it back. Genuinely, I know who I can win, lose, or draw. I know who I would, if I had to put trust in, I know who I put trust in. I don't think you lot trust yourselves. You can't have wanted to win. You can't have been, as I said on my watch along yesterday, you can't have wanted to win. You can't have been tired. There definitely has to have been training at the Emirates after that and some bleep tests. And you lot probably still could have a training session today. Don't tell me about, it's always the players that are not involved. Arteta's assembled the squad. I can't get mad at you're looking at Madueke ain't scored for a year. You saw him as a good player, which he is, but the one asterisk is goals. He obviously needs to fix up. You bust him. You put Odegaard in that midfield. You've got Zubamendi and Rice playing as an 8. You have killed the inverting off the left, probably since Calafiori's gone and heavily down this right-hand side. You bought Gabriel Jesus, got Marino as an option. Kai's not there, but you get the point. And Gyökeres. You need to figure it out. You've got us to this point, No one else been managing the team but you, All right. You can't play lackluster. It's too much percentage based. And I want us to keep everything good that we do, but you need to defend from the front. Attack is a form of defense. You need to do that. And I know you've got it in you because I saw it against Bayern. I saw it in the second half against City. So it's either the players got some mental block, Arteta's got some mental block. Arteta needs to develop as a coach, which I'm sure every day is presenting that, but you need to develop as a coach. This is why when we keep sitting here and saying he needs his players, he needs this, he needs that. I understand that. Pep Guardiola, one of the biggest generational managers. Haaland's not a him striker on paper. He may find a way to make it work. I wanted Ryan Cherky. You told me he's not an Arteta player. Is he a Pep player? Why is it working? Obviously not so much now. If we want to get to where we haven't been, then we have to do something we've never done. So I don't care. Once again, I'm going to keep saying this. I don't care what Arsenal are good at. Take the good and make it great. The evident areas that we're talking about week in, week out, address them. And I know old habits die hard, which is why I started waffling at the start, which is why I said, cool, August, December, January, we're now in the second half of the season. And I know you lot are evidently trying or in some sort of way. It needs to stop now. It needs to click into gear now because there's been so much football and so much talking points. A week is a long time in football. Now you've got 15, 16 games. I'll be upset. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm here for life. Some of you will not win stuff if you don't do it at Arsenal. Some of you will look back at missed opportunities like the last 3 years were. What do you want? The feeling and the uncomfortable feeling of discipline, or do you want the feeling of regret? Because when May comes, you can't go back in time. You can't. It pains me to lose to Man United, to drop points against Liverpool ×2, to drop points against Sunderland 15 minutes away from winning, etc., etc. Anytime we've dropped points, even though I know you can't win them all, but you can't go back in time. So what are you going to do moving forward? And there's going to be many twists and turns, bumps and bruising. And this is why, in a weird way, as much as I'm not happy, the games where football's about swings and roundabouts, everything was shining. Sometimes we didn't necessarily deserve 3 points, but around the period when there was no shots on target, we was winning games. You've given yourself a platform because at the end of the day, the last 3 games have been shit. The points gap has been dropped. It could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. You need to beat Leeds. You need to get back on the horse now. Anyone that can't do it, let the manager know. It don't have to be problematic. Just sit on the side. There has to Arteta is above my pay grade, but you need to start creating chances. Whether the play, you've got to promote the players to have that responsibility. Let them play and have some relations. Demand them to smell blood a bit, or change your tactics and be a bit more unpredictable. I don't know, man. It's what you want to do, innit? Where was your press sitting off us at the at home is crazy works. To be fair, I agreed with that. Because I said before, and they done it yesterday. One thing Carrick shown at Middlesbrough and in the little case study at Man United, it definitely happened against us. And I was saying it all week after the City game. They set up little traps where you think they can go short. They go short and they go long. And we did make them go long at times. That's why I'm so pissed off with the first half hour. You lot, United, take nothing away from United. You lot shot yourselves in the foot, and then Man United got another gun and shot you in the other foot. So you deserve what happened to you, bro. You deserve what happened to you. Obviously, Arteta doesn't know how to get the best out of these players. Maybe not the way we want, because you've been here too long. We're talking about the same things this season. This can't be coincidences. By design, football's a trade-off. So I might not think these attacking players are fashioning chances and doing all these things, even though they need to do what they need to do. Arteta might say they're not doing that, but they're doing something else. The individual, it's never been more important about the system and systemic football, more so than in today's game. But the game will always be about the individual. So players, when you get your chances, and even that, players need to stand up to be counted. My defense, I find it, you were poor yesterday to a degree. I find it hard to draw you lot out, if I'm completely honest, because 9 times out of 10, you lot are kind of the reason we're here. My midfielders, I need more. I don't want to make this about my captain, but then Odegaard, in the same way, I know he bagged against Chelsea and I know he bagged against Inter, but anyone that, by all means, banter me, but at least give me the claims of being consistent. I've been saying, cool, Gyökeres's form's a bit mad. We tried the playing through form thing, put him on the bench. I believe that with Odegaard. I don't care anymore. I don't care about the pressing, about the right-hand pocket, about dropping off the centre-halves. You need to be doing that anyways. I don't care. You're in a dark place when you're talking about your captain and your creative player like that. You're talking about your striker occupying centre-halves. You're talking about your winger, not that he came off the bench, Martinelli going backwards. These are not things that, obviously, these are things that help. But when you're focusing on that and you're squinting your eyes at the obvious, old habits die hard. Who don't hear must feel in it? Because you lot must like it. City will go above us and we'll not catch up. But if that happens, that happens. But right now, none of these players can be little fucking bitches. Get on with it now. Get on with it. If you're not on this thing, please just tell the gaffer, no worries, we don't have to play. Even Mikel Merino, even though you scored yesterday, Merino doesn't have the technical ability that many of the other players don't. He has stepped up more than a lot of these midfielders that will sell more shirts. What is going on here? And I'm not here to dig out individuals. We're in this thing together. Boy. DJ, I said it last night during the game. It's a pattern for you that you generally drop off after your first goal. You let other teams right back in for no reason. You need to be brave and go for the 2-0. Even if it's not, you're right. Even if it's not a bravery thing, just keep doing what you're doing. That's one thing I'll say on the players, because you've started well, you've got the goal, and then it's like, okay, let's slow down the intensity a bit. Let's drop a bit more. Obviously, if you can hold on to the lead, and there are a couple of games that's going to have to be a case, yeah, but you have shot yourselves in the foot. You lot have fought everything we've worked on in pre-game. We started well. The job's done. 1-0 is a dangerous scoreline. Another true saying in football, is it not? You're most vulnerable when you've just conceded. So, man are making elementary mistakes. Zubimendi, you have to hold smoke, but mistakes happen. It will happen time and time again. You have conceded shortly after score, because we made it 1-0. Then you conceded, yeah, quickly, and you ended the first half dead. Let that be the one write-off. Everyone should say, all right, never again. So when you go and score the second, why have you now conceded? Like, the highlights ain't even finished. So now, again, everyone that understands what I'm saying knows I'm not getting at the players, but you're now making an active choice, no? And then when it's become 2-2, what's happened? For 2 of those goals, you conceded, 2 of them United goals, you conceded shortly after getting yourself back in the game. I know it's easy for us as armchair experts to say, but there's no, and you must have, but you done it wrong. Does somebody not say, all right, cool, boys, switch on now, stop effing about now, type of thing? I don't know. These silly mistakes are starting to become a habit now. Again, I've been wrong about many of things, but when you lot sat there, is one thing I can clock trends early. I can see, I got pattern recognition. I see a lot, and it comes at a cost, because you lot look at me like I'm crazy. When I said we couple of seasons, prior to this one, we've been a great defensive side. We're a good defensive side this season. So great's here, good's here. Conceding every goal could be defined as sloppy. Conceding some sloppy goals all season in all different manners, whether it's like Zubamendi, nonchalant pass, people not following runners, barking out. The third goal was probably the hardest one to accept because it's too easy. You're not winning your duels. You lot are doing this play thing. But when you show me that, I can't be mad because you're showing me it don't mean enough. And I know how much it means to these players, but it can't mean it. What I need it to mean, it can't mean. So you lot do what you want to do in it because you're not on what I need you to be on. You're not on what I need you to be on. Possession without purpose and defensively style of play would not win us the title. There's no shame having to go and losing. It's cowardness that's shameful. Selfish. Saka needs to score. Performance after 40 minutes against United was shocking and definitely needs assessing. Appreciate your comic sneakers, man. The way Arteta panicked to 3 subs, which were totally a rush of blood, a boss needs to remain cold and clinical in his thinking. To be fair, when we saw that was like, yeah, even Arteta, whatever he's thinking has been whatever his game plan has been going into the game, and at that moment, it's out the window now, making subs. That could have won us the game. It played a part in losing us. You've disrupted the kind of balance. I wanted the subs. I didn't want 4-1. I wanted the subs. I would have drawn for Martinelli yesterday. But yeah, man. If you analyze those United goals well, one was an error from us and the other 2 were spontaneous individual brilliance. None was well-planned goal from United. Let's not beat ourselves over 3-2. Respectfully, is that not football? Whether it's taking advantage of opposition, of like in United's case, taking advantage of our lapses in concentration, working brilliant goals, scoring from set pieces. What does that mean? Because at the end of the day, they scored 3 goals and we scored 2. What does that mean? Because we've done that. We've benefited from that. Bare games we've won this season in the Premier League. It's not been a madness, but there's been a little. Fulham comes to mind. We've had a little opportunity. We've taken it. We've ran with it. So what does that mean? And I slightly disagree in the sense that from a Man United perspective, the first goal's gifted to them. But at the end of the day, it's gifted to them. Unfortunately, the second 2, well worked from them. Dorgu and obviously Cunha, well worked. Very well worked. We are not following runners. I think that's a cop-out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And even it's spontaneous, expect the unexpected. What's the one thing? We might not be spontaneous in attack, but in a good way, we're predictable defensively. Those shouldn't have happened. Man, talking about you conceded 3 goals. But even if it was 3-3 or 4, or you won 4-3, especially for a defensive side and whatever Arteta's done, do you think man are not going to go mad? Do you think Arteta's not going mad over those 2 goals? And he needs to get mad at himself. Oh, man, I said, man with the gloves, you're doing drillings in the day, man. I didn't see nerves yesterday. It was more complacency, tiredness in midfield, especially until Arteta's 4 subs at once. Nerves started creeping in with fans and players. He effed it up for me. Boy, in-game management. What did we say before the game? The lineup is one thing. It's about the in-game management. Whatever Carrot did before the game, it worked. Cunha come off the bench, bagged. And I do think, I think the lot, you never got terrorized. You normally get terrorized. Luke Shaw definitely had his best game against Bukayo Saka in a hot minute. I don't care about the penalty shouts. Maguire, and I know Lisandro Martinez conceded an own goal. Passing was good. They stood up to be counted. Lemans spot on. Every one of those United, but Kobe Mainoo done. Watch the game again. He might not got no assist in that. He done very well. Very well. And that's what defense. I'm disappointed. I'm not onto you lot per se, but I'm disappointed. Midfield, Mikel Arteta, you was a midfielder. As much as we know, football is decided in both boxes. Well, defense and attack and all of that. It's played in the middle of the park. You as a midfielder, you know about the key point as to why we're able to pin sides in their own half and do all of that, which needs to now go on to putting the ball in the back of the net, is the midfield. You've lost the midfield battle. Players need to fix up. But sometimes I don't think you can have this one-size-fits-all approach in midfield. I'm not even saying Rice needs to play 6, but could you change that role? Zubamendi, could you change that role? Could you even change the formation? Could you invert both fullbacks? Could you invert from one other side? I don't know. I just feel whether we're winning, losing, and drawing, we're talking about the same things. Now, this is where I start to get annoyed. It is what it is. But people want to hide behind the first. It's we've only got 3 losses this season, X amount of draws. The last 3 games doesn't negate for what we've done so far, and these are all true. I'm not on hiding behind positives or hiding behind negatives for the sake of it. It's a mixed bag. And for me, generally, you've done well to get to this point. United bad day at the office, cool. You've done well to get to this point. But what you lot have done to this point, it's not on, or you are going to learn some very harsh lessons. How much times do you want to watch the same movie and pray for a different ending? It's down to the players. If you don't want to be winners, you go out there and win, If you want to be winners, you go out there and win, I'm an Arsenal fan. It's going to upset me if you don't win a league title. Yeah, bottlers, all this kind of jazz. But it's you lot. Only God knows what was said when you lot went out of the Champions League after doing well against Real Madrid and obviously losing against PSG. The last 3 years when you have ultimately at some point been, you could hear a pin drop in that change room when you have not won the league. The FA Cups, etc. It's you lot, you know. It's you lot who are signing these new deals, telling me the gaffer's on this. It's the manager that's saying the players and this and that. Arteta, you're making your players look stupid. Players, you're making the gaffer look stupid. It's you lot. If you want to be Spartans, you'll do Spartans. You lot old enough, ugly enough, experienced enough. Either experienced because of what we've done the last 3 years for, including now, or what you've done in your career. What are you talking about? And the gloves need to be off, bro. Only a couple men should be dead certain to play in the 11. Boy, my team has dropped off a cliff defensively. Attack. I told you that you were naive if you thought it was just a personnel thing and attackers are going to click. The only thing that has shocked us in attack here, and it's probably made until really now, and obviously the whole Gyökeres Kai conundrum, is Trossard's form. Because if Trossard and even Martinelli early parts of the season, if they were going in how they were going in last season, you don't remember, Trossard might play 3 games. I'll bring on Martinelli. Martinelli's thinking up the place. I'll do this. Because we're getting back into that scenario. Who the fuck is the striker? Who the hell is going off the left? And as much as Saka needs to put his big boy pants on and fucking pattern up, bro, look how wide he is. Look how wide he is. Put these players in areas where they're going to actually impact the game. Where's the midfield runners? Where's the central area of penetration? What's going on? You might be watching the same thing week in, week out. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy because you're not too emotional. I love this club, you know. Do you know how much mental resolve you need to look at? Not positives, not negatives. What do your eyes tell you? What do they tell you? Because sometimes we've lost and actually played well. Sometimes we've won and played fucking shit. I don't want to hear nothing, man. When did football become like this? Our defenders were ball watching, but look at the shape. Look at the shape. People are not following runners. There's gaps. We're not compact enough. And in an attacking sense, we're too compact. You're playing into their hands. You know, I'm not saying I wanted to stretch the pitch. Several times I say this. Let's stretch the pitch because teams are going to come. They're obviously going to respect us, be solid defensively, stretch the pitch. All it takes is one left back or one centre half, whichever side of the fullbacks, to switch off for a second, you're in. And if you're not going to put players in the pockets, if you're not going to, overloads out wide, then you need midfield runners. Stop going into games not to lose. In fact, don't stop that. There's 90% I actually like what the gaffer's doing, but that 10% of attack is a form of defense. You need to evolve, gaffer. You need to. You've done well in certain aspects in the last couple of years. So have you as boys. But being good ultimately has not been good enough to win majors. So you lot tell me, man. Love you lot. You lost my trust. These last 3 games, you lost my trust. I don't trust you lot. I don't trust you lot. Support you lot. You lot do well, bare praise. You do bad, hella criticism. I don't trust you lot. I thought it meant more. And I'm sure it does. I'm sure if I sat down with you lot, it means a lot. But I'm just an ignorant fan. It's not I don't know what you're doing at London Coley. It's about how you're winning. It's about how you're losing. It's about how you're performing. You don't want it enough. You lot would like to win based on when I see games like that. You'd like to. You're not dying to win. You're not dying to win. But hey, it is what it is. Bro, if you're relying on Jesus, with what's going on? Jesus was the one person you lot would have heard me at halftime. I'm like, 15 minutes. Obviously, I couldn't have predicted at the point how he was going to play in the second half, but he was the one I was like, yeah, take him off, sort of thing. That is crazy. You can have control, but sometimes control is how you're attacking, bro. Like, it's jarring, man. I'm trying to catch your body. Don't worry, DG. Arsenal will stat pad against character and store the fee. I'm not interested in that, man. Martin has to be dropped, bro. He has to be dropped. I'm not going to throw my toys out the pram and say the league shout is over and whatnot. It's not over. But what you have done, you're making a very difficult task 10 times harder. And this is why I say before I look at, because people did say Chelsea in a title shout, they're in a title shout, City are the big bad bullies. No one could have predicted this Liverpool fall off, but they were expected to retain. Before I look at any other team, I look at my own, and I think a lot of the time we're our best friends and a lot of the time we're our own worst enemies, like yesterday. And again, we're mentioning and speaking about the same things. If it was new problems, obviously I'd still be vexed. We're talking about the same things. How much times have we said handbrake needs to go down or players need to do more in the final third or do this or do that or the subs or the approach? How many times? I know that again and again. This is just get over the line. You don't know them, man. They are Arteta. You get 50 mil a year. You got pro license. I've never kicked a Premier League ball. I'd love to have been in the situations like some of you players. You lot have done what I haven't done in it. So you lot know more than me. Make sure that in May 2026 you've won something in it. Just make sure you've done that. Because you lot know it is what it is. Chelsea robbed us of 130 million for Madueke. Robbed ourselves. I'm not even on Tononi. I'm not even on the scapegoating. I don't know. There's certain man I can't get vexed anymore. I can't, like, I want Odegaard drop now. I want to see something else. But Odegaard hiding, seen this before. Jesus up front. Gyökeres at the moment up front. Kai up front even. Marie up front. We know the pros. We know the cons. Can't get vexed. Martinelli decision-making and missing tappings like against Forest. I can't get vexed. Trossard, you show me a great purple patch. But when ultimately you go back to tap, I cannot get vexed. I can't. I genuinely can't. Big, like, English games where it's them, like, all logic kind of goes out the window. Like yesterday, I've been saying Zubi's not built for that at this moment in time. I cannot get vexed. I cannot get vexed. Madueke, you ain't scored in over a year. Think you're a decent player. We know Arteta bought you. Thinks he can get a tune out of you. Can't get vexed with you. I can hold you accountable. I can't get vexed. Patting it up. If anything, Declan Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Bukayo Saka, David Raya, Jurien Timber. They're the only ones I'm like, yo, I actually believe in you lot, you know, like, I hold you lot to certain study because I know you lot are the guys in that. Boy, we're sitting there and saying the same things. The fact that our teams are scoring wonder goals against us should be a sign for Teta. Eze, Odegaard, Trossard all have the talent to do what Cunha did, but not freedom. Again, if you're gonna find a way to play Eze and Odegaard together, drop one of them. But for me, it's square pegs in round holes. Until you lot really want to attack, and I know people like Madueke come out and Saka and say, oh yeah, the manager gives us freedom and stuff. I hear that. The manager backs you. You lot back the gaffer. That's cool. I'll always, try and be balanced. But players, you didn't show me that you really believe in your manager yesterday. Manager, you didn't tell me. You can't have believed in your players that much. You can't have. I know Man United are creeping up the table, but they should, like, we dominating the game. You should have believed in yourself. Yeah, they might hit us on the counter. Who's more likely to, in general, who's more likely to concede? If it goes gunshot for gunshot, who is more likely to concede? It's probably them. Wasn't the case yesterday. They believed in themselves. They believed in Carrick. They weathered the storm of the first 30 minutes. Goals change games at any time. They got a goal and got them back and capitalized on a mistake, which happens. Got themselves back in the game. People are going to forget, we ended the first half shaky and we picked up where we left off in the second. So game management, overall mentality across 90 minutes. How many times this season have we had a good 20, a good 45, a good 60, but never 90? And I'm not an idiot. We all know you're not going to have like 5-10 games on the spin. You was perfect across 90 minutes. Even in any 90 game, there's going to be periods where you're a bit more or less. But I think we love this club. We've watched this enough this season and the season before. Anyone acting shocked, you're living under a rock or you're up there with the fairies. You're up there with the fairies, man. Shit show, bro. Shit show. We've taken 2 points from 3 Premier League games. How is that good enough? Exactly. Stop the rut. Because dropping points, it happens. But you can't get into a rut now. Villa are laughing. City are laughing. Everybody's been effing up. This is why you need to get back on horse. And FYI, everybody will drop points again. This is why we say be hard on the performance. Because, man, I tell it, we're drawing against Nottingham Forest, respectfully to Forest. We know the performance weren't good enough. People are just focusing on the points gap. Audit the performance, take care of the performance, and everything else falls into place. Everything falls into place. The only time I've been happy in the Premier League is Newcastle away. That's it. Obviously, beat United in the first game of the season, cool. That's one game, ironically, I'll cut you a bit of slack. First game of the season. Leeds weren't perfect, had little minor criticisms, did what needed to be done. Not the Forest at home, the same. Them kind of games, they're fine. Fair play. You did what needed to be done. And especially in the big games, you're shitting the bed, boys. I do think that, and again, can't speak for no other YouTubers on every platform, but here I'm saying this because I genuinely believe it. I love you lads, but I think you shat the bed in big games. I think you shat the first half against City. I think the manager did at Anfield in the second half. I think you lot did in elements of Liverpool at home. I think you did yesterday. Spurs, cool, you dealt with that. Chelsea, there was injuries. I think you shat the bed at their place. When it's the typical Premier League games, we're going to dominate possession and win on percentages. When it's time to let your nuts hang, put your fucking cock on the table, bro. The gaffer and you lot need to do more. Because I know I'm going to see that at several points this season, which is why I'm saying just get over the line for me, man. Unfortunately, the result is not surprising given our recent performances. We couldn't beat a weakened Liverpool side, underperforming City, and 17th place Forest. Own goals and set pieces saved us this season. Boy. You're spot on, DG. Arteta has to hold it on his stubborn principles, which are not winning principles. For me, I love the gaffer. You've done well. What have I said consistently? Consistently, folks. literally consistently. I can waffle about what you're good at. I can waffle about what you're bad at. The underlying thing is, are you a winner? And I know you've won FA Cups. I know a winner. I genuinely believe a winner in life is someone that refuses to give up, no matter how peak life is. But forget all of that stoic shit. You know, every season you don't do it, it's getting bigger and bigger. If this team is really that good and this and that, why are you not getting over the line? Let this be a bad day and a bad moment, and we do what needs to be done. And don't get it twisted. I'm not on this throwing out toys out the pram. Any players, any coaching staff, if the starters and the regulars, if the manager and if the fans, if you're not built for it, fuck off, bro. Seriously. Because that whether we're in a war now. If you're not ready to go to war, if your heart is not in this, fuck off in the nicest possible way. If you're not built for this, it's okay. If you're scared, stay at home, close the blinds. If you're not ready to go to war, because again, I shouldn't see complacency. What you man won? Even if you've won stuff in your careers, what have you won together? What history have you gone in? None of you are bigger legends right now at Arsenal than Rob Holding, if anything. Because when I say Rob Holding, you might think of many downturns. You remember Wembley? Any of you got this? I see you all come out and talk about titles. I all talk about winning games. And granted, I keep saying, I'm going to keep stating, you can't win them all. But it never feels like, and take nothing away from Man United or any time we've dropped points, take nothing away from it. It feels like you've never really put your best foot forward. And again, game management. When did they score their winner? How quickly from when we scored our 2 goals did they equalize? 15 minutes. And again, I'm taking a bit of a lazy view. 15 minutes away at Sunderland where things have gone wrong. When did we concede that equalizer against Aston Villa? Game management, man management, being street smart, killing teams. Not that that was the case yesterday. This is where it needs to go up. And again, and it's easy for me to say because I'm an armchair expert in it. You just need to look at the games this season and you just need to look at the 2 years prior, you know, like good, bad, and ugly. I don't think I've learned anything new about my team that I never knew. And I think you lot are the same, man. I myself wondering if this choking that we do season after season is going to improve if we win. Maybe, man, but we're just on an emotional side, bro. Like, we should have went for Semenyo, but it's neither here. Imagine what Martinelli would have become under Klopp. Hate to break it to you, we'll be third at some point this February. This coach ain't it. This is not good football. I done told you. If you're third in February, that means you're still in the race, innit? Make sure you got 4 opportunities of silverware. You lot know my thing. I would trade everything for the Champions League. You're still on task to fight for the Premier League. You're making a difficult task almost bordering on impossible, and you've allowing people to get back in it after. It's like we were chasing the top, then we got it, then we solidified it, we kind of ran away with it. Now you're drawing yourselves out again. You know what you need to do. I want the champs. I want the Prem. FA Cup's our thing. Us and United, ironically, the teams that have won it the most, they're out of it. Go and bring that home. But I don't know about the twists and turns. You're a game away from being at Wembley in the League Cup. Now, some of you fans that are on this trophy's a trophy thing, not saying you social joins, but trophy's a trophy. When you saw Spurs, you saw Newcastle, you saw Palace, you lot said trophy's a trophy. It doesn't matter. Just get over that. Some of you can't be vexed if we only win a League Cup. If you're same consistencies, you're asking, you know, if you're holding yourself to those things. I always say, if you're going to point a finger at someone, like if I'm literally pointing, what's that? Free looking back at me. So check yourself before you check anyone else. As I said, I'm not even pissed off about the mistakes yesterday. It's you've got regrets. You'd always be pissed off and have regrets. But if you say, you know what, bloody hell, Man United, which is the case, you have to say fair play. I'm all for the bants, but you have to say fair play. But you didn't say fair play like bloody hell, we made it difficult for them. They've done a madness, which they did do a madness, but you too emotional. And you are in your mid-20s as well, you know. Some of you have been around, bro. Some of you have been in like many experience. Boy, 10 men Chelsea, 100%. It's both for me. Mentality is the biggest issue from a pressure point and attacking standpoint. I'll be real, Gaffer. You might not have won the Premier League as a player, yeah, but you and these players have been in this enough times now. This is your 4th title shot. You've been at City. You might not have been the main man at City, but you know about when teams have had a bit of a wobble and you need to get back into it and what it looks like in the crunch end and all of those kind of things. You've got enough lived experiences for me not to be speaking about this. So I'll support you lot. We're here all the way. But for trust, you've lost me, bro. You've lost me. I trust you in the champs. The only thing I will pour cold water on the champs is there's no pressure at this moment in time. I need to know you're on what you was on against Real Madrid in the semi-finals, quarterfinals, apologies. And then obviously, can you go one better? You lot do what you want to do. And unfortunately, the good, bad, and the ugly, a team is a reflection of the manager. Some people won't understand that. Every team is a microcosm of the manager. If the team is tentative and afraid, it comes from their leader. Conservative, bro. And I know you lot can attack more. And that's why I think it's on both of you. Because when obviously we was chasing the game, we had nothing to lose. But I saw it against City. I've seen it in Europe. I know it's not the same because the way teams set up. But I mean, come on, even breaking down low blocks and deep blocks. I don't have the answers, or I wouldn't be here. I'll probably be on 15 mil a year. You never learned that this year. You never learned it last year. You never learned it the year before that. You learned it the year before that. Stop telling me about the players that are not involved and people that are injured. You've assembled this. Get over the line. Man, DG, would you start the strongest attack to try to figure out the attack and find new ways of attacking? If we're finding new ways of attacking, obviously we want to start the best attack, but that's a coaching thing. That's a result of training. We're building down the left. We're building down the right. You know, you might have, for argument's sake, Odegaard and Rice. Odegaard makes the run early, and then Rice makes a ghosting run, like what you have historically seen from Bruno Fernandes in a Man United shirt. Certain things should be in place now. Certain things should be clicking into gear. We should be seeing, like, obviously we walked into the season knowing we need to improve many aspects. But I would say to us, obvious Arsenal fans, yeah, like, away from bringing in recruits in attack, about improving our attack, in it, like looking better in attack. As I said, from August, I cut you a bit of a blight till game week 10. And from game week 10, the season's on. You've maneuvered relatively well to fast forward to January. I should be like, if we say use preseason or August as like, I'm literally like a farmer and I've planted some seeds. Now's the time where the tree doesn't have to be there, but I should be seeing some sprouts. I should be seeing, even if the tree's there, should be seeing a mango seed, surely. A mango, surely. Everyone wants to win. Not everyone wants to become what it takes to win. You have to know how to take risks. But probably got Madueke because he knows how to track back. If Gordon wasn't at Newcastle, he'd be going for Murphy. Lord save us, boy. You lot are big boys, man. Sort it out. We need a conversation about Declan sideways. Can't press, can't. That a bit harsh about it. Can't sideways, you can say what you want, but he can press. Does help defenders in build-up play. If I'm pissed off about anything of Declan Rice yesterday, is overall the team was meaty, but also part of me couldn't remember the minute, yeah, but I'm sure he took too long to play the pass and he played the wrong pass, innit? We broke. Trossard's there on the left-hand side. You play it to Trossard, and if Trossard don't smack that in off his left peg or cut in and put it off his right or find someone, my beef is with Trossard, but the pass never comes. It then goes to either Saka or Timber, who cares? It went over there. Like, it's just everything went wrong, innit? Big up Zubimendi. I'm still Zubimendi. Zubimendi's still my dog. But as I keep saying, them kind of games, he's not built for. And playing out from the back, you're going to make those mistakes, bro. Man, you can be average. They're going to do that. I'm not, you know how Man United fans are. When we beat them by one goal, they were so amazing. We were dead. 3-2 isn't a battering. Not to say I'm not happy with the performance. I trade places with them. When you win, like in life, if me and you, like if I have a country, like DG Nation's a country and you've got a nation, I don't want to make it like this, but we go to war. During them battles, we could be going to war for years. You might have beat me up a couple times. You might have, done bare things. But you see, if I win that war, I paint the narrative. Like we've seen in history. They've won, they paint the narrative. That's their business. Let them do that. We'll hold that. I'm more onto the club because we lose today. Who knows, innit? It happens. Eze has to start when the first instinct of your primary attacking midfielder is to come outside the block. You're bound to have chance creation problems. But then I think it needs to come from the system. Because I'm wary of that. Because Eze's not played that much. You're still learning at Arsenal. You're probably doubting yourself. There's an element of confidence gone. Let the players be free. Even Odegaard. Odegaard, you're moving soft. But there's got to be some element of us getting a bit more out of you. All of you players are tools in a toolbox, man. I'd think Odegaard's a better player than Bruno. But Bruno's more of a Spartan. Like, I'm sure Man United fans would disagree. But Bruno don't hide. I'd rather a man whining on the floor and trying to bang it from 30 yards. He's more like he's going to make something happen. Odegaard hides, bro. Like, let's be real. I love Odegaard to bits. You hide. Or if you don't hide, some man just ain't in life. Some man just ain't got it, Some man just ain't. And there has to be conditions, something else. You keep hooking this guy. And you don't know I've defended him. I've seen players that Arsenal fans, if I say the name, certain Arsenal fans start foaming at the mouth if I say Mesut Ozil. You say what you want about Mesut Ozil. You've seen him in big games. Get that fucking ball, start passing, start dictating. I can't tell you if it's the gaffer clipping the wings or if Odegaard's being a pussy-o or it's both. That's for them to figure out. But what I know is I'm tired of seeing the same things, talking about the same things week in, week out. Is what it is, man. DG, serious question for now. Because for me, Arteta has too much favoritism of Odegaard. To be honest, if we switch to a different system, 4-4-2 or 4-3-4, 3-4-3, does Odegaard start for you? No. And for argument's sake, I'd rather go 3-4-3 if I'm honest than a 4-4-2. Unless it's some crazy hybrid stuff. Everything we describe Odegaard now is basically like Gallagher running and pressing, lack of forward passing, bro. And even that, I'm not being funny, but like it's not like he's pressing and clamping, man, and nicking it back all the time. I don't want to make it about this done. If you're going to be a defensive coach, you need ruthless finishers because you play on percentages. Mourinho always had killers up top, not four-play merchants like Jesus. And again, for Jesus was considered damaged goods, if you're playing him, you felt that was the best option. Whether that, I genuinely think there's obviously tactical reasons to play Jesus, and obviously don't really apply to yesterday. But I understand if he's saying, you know what, I might get this with Marino up front. I might go with Gyökeres. And the same things could have happened with whoever started. But I understand if he sat there and went, you know what, the Inter game, it's giving me a bit more of a... Because I think the Inter game is what 40, yo, Jesus, you're going out there. It didn't work. When it works, you're a genius. When it don't, you're an idiot, innit? Bro, boy, talk to me. Because you told me my players are not their own worst enemies, man. DG, why didn't you take your shirt off when Cunha scored? I prefer the subs. I prefer the subs were made. We weren't going to change the game without the subs. If you're going to be a conservative coach, you need to be extremely efficient. You need extremely efficient attackers. What's that? Is that LinkedIn? One sec. Allow me with all of that, man. Bro, he's outrageous. SLD is outrageous, fam. Outrageous, fam. Jesus and Odegaard are play players. They are guys in the cage, just there for flicks and vibes, 0 and 10. Bro, Jesus coming off the bench is cash money because he'll help you see out a result. For Odegaard, I don't know where I'm going for this guy, man. You guys are acting like this is new, bro. He's been doing this for 6 years. This is what pisses me off. Come on, let's be smart here. You can never, again, we've been here for 52 minutes, so I'm assuming that is there. DG got his own cleanup crew, no dirty hands. Hey Richard, one love for the super chat, my boy. Just seeing this. We need work on these low blocks like we work on corners. And whatever they're doing, it's not working, innit? Because I'm not going to be naive. They've clearly, like, honestly, they had to have sat there and said, yo, low blocks are an issue this season, last season before. Whatever you're doing is not working. Or whatever Arteta is not willing to kind of trade off. Like, we might be a bit more susceptible defensively, but we're going to, attack is a form of defense. We're going to gain a bit more percentages there. Either way, it's not banged, innit? We knew this was coming. Why not be better prepared? Richard, I wish I had them answers, man. I hear it though, SLD. Why didn't DG take off the top when Cunha scored? I thought he had a Brazilian passport. When we win the World Cup, and for me as well, Omri's there, Vieira's there, Uncle Ian's there, man are there, and this is how you're playing. Say nothing. You can look the part, you can talk the part, but you see, you can fool some people some of the time, You can't fool them all the time. You can tell me about Arsenal's history and random facts from 1938. You can bring out these great merchandise. You can bring me the amazing promos. You can do these things. I'm not interested in what we're good at anymore. I keep saying this. What are we bad at? Are we addressing them? When people, shout me when mid blocks and low blocks are not an issue. When we're not talking about handbrakes. When like in the first 30 minutes, we're smelling blood. When I don't even disagree with playing favorites because everybody's got favorites. But there's obviously going to be a clear hierarchy. But when there's options to pivot when we're carrying people, some of the most experienced players are being carried. When these things are not issues, let me know in it. Until then, we win. I'm happy. It looks shaky and we lose. I'm asking questions. It's a mixed bag. On one hand, we are our own best friends because we've got to this point, but we're also our own worst enemies. No one can convince me other than that, man. Good luck for half 6, my bro. It's darkness, man. It's darkness, man. It was dark, man. It was dark, man. Isaiah's a left 8. Bro, I'm not being funny. Declan was crap today, but Declan still must. There's so many things wrong with this club before we look at Declan, and even that, you're only as good as your first game, yeah. I mean, as your last game. No one can say Declan has fucking pulled his weight more than a lot of them players. Gabriel the same, Timber the same, Saliba the same, Saka the same. Even though you're not doing it right now, Timber, if I haven't made that clear, Calafiori, you're not involved, but you, Raya as well. The defensive unit and a couple man, I'm gonna allow you. The rest, there's more smoke for everybody. Allow it. That we never. If these guys come here and we're saying this about Declan now, Eze looks a shadow of his former self. Odegaard's vanished and whatnot. Saka looks like he's getting worse and worse in an attacking sense year in, year out because of what we're doing. It can't just be the players. So we can sit here and dig out players and draw them out. Even fucking Zubimendi's made a mistake. The shittest Arsenal player will always have my support. None of you have my trust. It's easy. It's easy. Even if you go and fucking look at the Man United game, Declan Rice passed it forward a lot more than his teammates. Declan Rice, no matter how much you try and lie to me about him being an 8 and things, and I love the fact that he's doing all these other things. Bro, he should never be the tempo dictator. Man should never be looking at him to break down low blocks and do all of these things. And if we are, you're in fucking trouble. Please don't chat shit to me. Go and do that somewhere else. I'm not a dickhead. Please. This experience has been coming. If it was both, everyone involved takes responsibility for the loss, but it's just a loss to a better team on the day. No need for head loss. Again, I think you should, if we're talking about the performance, there's always head loss. And I don't think it's from people like myself that are quite balanced. Yeah, you can be vexed about Man United, but I'm pretty sure I've kind of more geared the conversation to there's been a trend, if that makes sense. The irony of you saying the gloves need to be off is not lost on me. Yeah, trust. Why I have these on, I don't know, but well, I do. But yeah, man, it is what it is. True. The only thing that surprised me with our attack is that Trossard hit another purple back. That's the only thing. God forbid. But if Trossard was stinking up the place like last season, Martinelli would still be saying the same shit. It's a new season, different characters, same things. Of course, I'm gonna be vexed, bro. The team is going to lose games. What games do you want them to lose? Do you expect them to go undefeated in the season and every tournament? Fans like this, bro. Please. Because you're intentionally being obtuse. And you can't bring that to me, of all people, of all Arsenal fans on the net. You can't bring that to me, you know. You can't. Me. Fair enough. It's people like you that say this shit and you're not wrong, but you think you're mad smart. Oh my God, you're crashing out over X amount of draws and 3 points and the XG, and it was a fluky goal by Szoboszlai, and oh my God, we gifted Man United goals. But do you not hear yourselves? Do you hear yourselves? So what about all the fucking goals we got gifted? Don't insult me, because I love this club a lot more than certain family members. I'll give everything for this football team to go where it needs to go, you know. Please do not chat shit to me. Yeah, boy, I need to look out the window. It's comments like this that make me hot, you know. Like, what do you think you're doing? Guys like that have not even played Sunday League. I promise you. You know what? Everybody on this channel, bro, we're going to start playing football. I'm not even saying you have to be great. If you can pass with your left and right foot and I see 10 kick-ups, I'm taking your opinion in. Because some of you don't think you're mad smart, bro. Think you're mad smart. You do this data thing, which is true. But at some point, there's a reason we love football, because it's unpredictable. Sometimes you need to get a smell of games. And Arteta hasn't. And how many times have I sat here and said, purely when it comes to attack, Wenger, please call your boy. Please call your boy. No one has sat here and said that. You've consistently heard me say, audit the performance. So if you want to do this lazy thing, you go and do that. But what I will say to you, Miss Angel Ruiz, do you think, honest to God, I don't know if you're a he or she, we're respectfully, Angel Ruiz, that's kind of wavy name if it is Angel. Do you think Arteta is sitting there saying that? Do you genuinely think he said that before the game, during the game, and after the game, and today? Do you think he's saying that? And if you think he's saying that, do you think that's the only thing he's saying? Because you don't get to be a good defensive team like us and do the positives we've done for the last few years if you have that mentality, you know. Fair play, though. Fair play. Right, whoever made this saying ignorance is bliss, you're a real G, man. I'm about to do a rewatch of the game, but I'm already vexed. Our midfield aren't creative enough for us to play possession ball and still be able to attack. But the thing is, we do play possession ball. Like, I hear you, and I don't think they're the most expansive, but you do have a large majority of the ball. Rice, you've got an ability to drive with a ball and then bring it to the more certain players in that regards. Zubimendi, you do have something. Odegaard, you're not doing it, but you do have something. So how far is that? I think we need more movement. I think too many times you could get pardon me, like a coat, a cloak, a towel, and just throw it. Saka had 1v1 and no support. Then Timber did the dumbest supporting runs you'll ever see. The attacking patterns need refreshing. We're still on for the quad. These man thinking that when it rains, the sky isn't blue behind the clouds. I don't know about the quad, man, but I'd love that to be the case. Just put my fucking trophy in the bag, man. Big up DJ, man. Arteta knows this. If he doesn't win anything, it's to move on from him. I still think he'll win the Cat Yarabao, not the league. Hope you're good. I'm good, man. I don't think it's a case of that. I think he's going to be here if you don't win silverware. I genuinely, I think our club would like to win. and I'm talking about for the whole club, not individuals. I think we'd like to win. I don't think we're dying to win. I think we'd like to win. And at some point, you're going to have to look and say, yo, we've been doing X, Y, Z for the last 3-4 years, and we haven't done what needed to be done. And there's also what some people say when they say, oh, how are we going to... Me, I'm on anything. If Arteta gets over the line, I think there's reasons to keep him. If he doesn't, even though... And I think there's reasons to get rid. And at some point, Arteta can leave, you know. I'm sure he said in an interview, I can't see myself being as a manager at certain places for 10 years. Are we not bordering on that? What if we won the Premier and he says, you know what, job's done, I'm cutting. You have to go find someone else. Bearing in mind, we got Arteta because of theoretically what he could do. Until we get to where we need to, I'm on everything. Everything. Every option has to be on the table. I said that in August. I said that now, and I'll no doubt say it again. Hopefully, this is a bad day at the office. Not buying Semenyo is looking problematic now. He would have been a much better option than getting Semenyo. Odegaard needs to hold bench, give Eze a full 90. Jesus was saying he wants a new deal, then plays like that. Street baller, man. To be fair, he did his thing against Inter, but again, these men are hot and couple man in the team. We know, like, Jesus, I love him to bits. I'm on using you as a tool to get over the line this season, but you're just a tool in the toolbox. Unless you bring me 15, 20 league goals, something extraordinary that we haven't seen, you're a good player. It's going to look meaty sometimes and then indifferent after that, man. I think we need to know our team is built for the cup games. In the league, we were slow and painful. Balance of the midfield took a hit when Xhaka left. Haven't replaced or upgraded. Balance took another hit when Partey left and we downgraded. Boy, fair play. True, not managing games is tell. Boy. Everybody else, man. Big up Big Six Banks, man. Is that Corey or is that the main account? Big up them, man, anyways, man. Some bear man are passengers. Bear man are passengers. Bear man are passengers, bro. Unfortunately, a lot of man are passengers. And I don't mean that in a disingenuous way. There's a couple Spartans. There's a couple players we can get a tune out of. There's a couple players that are past their sell-by date. But you're all part of this collective bunch. You've been second the last 3 years, even though last year was fucking shit. Get over the line, bro. When the pressure is on, they still run for safety, not courage. Take them to an African church, man. Get some Holy Ghost on that timid attitude. Damn. We bought Havertz to replace Xhaka and it failed. Exactly, we failed upwards with Kai. He found the thing up front, man. Chat is why DG's wearing clubs. To be fair, Zubimendi cost us a game, but Arteta isn't capable of making rational decisions. But then I got to go and listen to Randall. I told, man. I deserve this smoke, man. Norgard is a better 6 than Raz. It's both the players and the coach finger got to be pulled out now. It's not these guys' first title race. Why they're afraid. Raya Zubimendi won the Euros. Havertz won champs. Jesus won PLs. We have winners, bro. I hear that we've got winners, but I've never bought too much stock in that winner shit because none of you have won here. Like, first couple years, cool, winning mentality, this and that. Mentality can be framed in other ways. Norgard can bring a lot of mentality. You've played for club and country, been on the scene a lot of the time. There's them transferables. The only experience I care about is you lot's lived the experiences this season and as a collective bunch, however long you lot have been here. Because it don't matter. Rice is a European winner. Havertz didn't play, but he's a European winner. Odegaard's coped with the pressure of being fair enough, he didn't play, but being a wonder kid at Real Madrid. Zubi's won Euros. This one's done that. Timber Muscle won 1-2 things at Ajax. Man have dealt with the pressure of staying in leagues. That's all transferable experience. But it doesn't... I'm not seeing this on the pitch. So it's all irrelevant, man. To a slight degree, man. We've all been here before. This is where it all goes downhill. Unless these men start expressing themselves and say, F the system, we are F'd. Remember when they called us mentality monsters? Those were good times. I remember Wenger playing Theo Walcott at fullback to try and win a game. He was never a coward when the pressure was on, as flawed as he was. I'm still a fan of attack is the best form of defense. DG, what's your view on Saka? I feel he's been working on... I feel people are being a bit too harsh on Saka. I feel... what the man, like the way man are setting up, all of our attackers are going to be crippled. I don't think I saw too much. I don't think yesterday was his worst game. I do think ultimately Saka needs to pull his finger out because I'm seeing a good Saka. I'm used to a great one. And I think you need to do more. The fact Dogu and Cunha scored practically from the same position need to be looked at because we're not following runners. We're not winning our duels. Go and watch the 2 minutes that have led to... Well, go and watch the 2 minutes that led to all 3 of those goals when you lot got time. Not just Zubi's making the mistake. Go and look at the passing lanes for that one. Go and look at the second goal. How Dorgu has ended up there and Cole has ended up there. Go and look at how Cunha has ended up there. and the several points, because it's not just one player, But no one wants to do that. Take our attacking players and put them on an offensive-minded team. The results will be different. It is what it is, man. Odegaard has a nice touch, no end product. Bro, you should have a nice touch, bro. I'm bored of speaking about Odegaard, bro. Mid blocks, low blocks are nothing but an excuse when your team can't play possession in the opponent's half. But we can. I genuinely think possession is 9/10 of the law. It's what you do with the ball. And you lot know I don't. You have to go down the left, down the right, down the right, down the left. Can't go forward, go back. Can't go back, go forward, go back. You need to be able to do that. As much as it frustrates me, that has to happen in the Premier League. You cannot just immediate. But then sometimes, as we've seen, when you need to say F it, we're going forward, it needs to happen. Whether that's the players or whether that's the manager. Sometimes the players might be able to see it and they're not doing it. You're sticking to the script. Who cares? I'm at this point, I'm not interested if it's the players or the gaffer. In my opinion, you're the gaffer, you're the players. Sort it out. Sort it out. Sort it out. Arteta goes into big games not thinking to win. Conservative, bro. Because he started well and then put Saka at left back, get me Yilliz. Oh, Lord. Bro, that Saka to the left was horrible, man. Horrible yesterday, bro. Apologies, man. Deluded. That's clearly someone who has never watched Arsenal's mud. Fans from past 08, 07 are born in the mud. Bro, it sounds like happy clapping, and it's not wrong, but I just feel with our football club, you can do that. If I start saying there's problems with goals, yeah, because I can find statistics that highlight, Premier League is what a week. Go and look at the shorts. Go and look at when I've posted these shorts. I can go and look at, I can say we've got a problem scoring goals. Man can bring stats and say, but we get goals from all areas and we scored X in we scored X in Y game. There's always a way that you can positively cop out. And I know that, like with that comment there, that, you don't expect to win every game. You know that that's not wrong. You know you don't believe that. And I know you're only saying that, because you're vexed that we didn't win. And football copium, it's an emotional sport. That's the only way to sit down and whatever, because it burns to just look at what's in front of you. That's why I know man are saying it. But the problem with football, there's too much echo chamber business. We do play a lot of spreadsheet football, man, and it's effing jarring, bro. We should have beaten Liverpool, Forest, and Man U, but didn't due to mentality. And even that with the Man U game, if you hold on for a point, and I know I'm just looking at stuff, if you hold on for a point, Villa away. If you hold on for 3 points, Sunderland away. If you grab a point at Anfield, which I think is on the gaffer, for the players in the first half against City, and again, the games could be different, but if that first goal doesn't go in and you did in the second half, how many points do you have on the board? How are you looking at this game? I know Arteta, Nottingham Forest, you have to hold that. I know you came out and said Saka and Trossard, whatever. I don't believe that. If I'm honest, I think you wanted to rotate and whatnot. We're not going to be able to fact find if it's an injury. Every point counts. And yes, we know we're not going to win every game, but there's now enough body of work to talk about what we're talking about. DG, you need to go to the Chelsea game so you can feel pain in person. You can always do a live stream until your battery dies at the game like your team. Shut up. Absolute muppet, mate. Doesn't make sense having the best defense and you're scared to lose the ball. If the next game is a loss, I think the title race is over. Boy. I'm interested in how the gaffer and squad responds to this in upcoming weeks. That will be more telling than anything anyone is saying in here, socials and in media. Rob, I make you right, man. Big up yourself, Sadiq, man. 17th in league scoring open play goals. So that's on the players not converting and creating, but we're accustomed to those kind of statistics to which Arteta. Because I just think you don't want to. Or there's something stopping you, because you've shown me in that first year we fought for the title. You showed me in stages, Newcastle game, City away, to a degree in terms of moving the ball, kind of fucking about in the edge of Man United's area, but getting it up there. You've shown me. I know the dynamics are different, but you've shown me in the Champions League there are elements where you're able. It's not that you can't, you won't. For whatever reason, you won't. And until you show me another way that we can combat and do things, and I might still see the same things, but I'm not as vexed because we're doing other things better. I have to keep sitting there and saying the same thing. It's boring, bro. Well, right, no God no better at 6 than Rice. Man of X, bro. Man of X. Man, you vex. Arsenal got higher turnover, so they beat, man. Zubi mistake killed us. Still my baller, but need squad to get back on track. We wasted our buffer and United. I agree because it whatever, but then it doesn't like that's a 1 minute flashpoint. Man, we've made mistakes and won. Go back to the first year we fought for the title. You don't remember Leicester at home? Saliba fucked up. The fans were chanting his name. We got on with it. Mistakes have happened, and we've still won games. So how far is that going? So Zubi, hold your hand down. Stop messing about. We've seen that 1-2 times now. Whatever. But that doesn't negate Chile scored, because remember when Burmo and Bruno, they had opportunities, they did not bag, didn't take those signs. What is said at halftime, what is done in that second half? Because the only thing you did well in the second half is actually score a second. So yeah, Zubimendi, hold your smoke. But last time I checked, football's a 90-minute game. One man made a mistake, cool, or whatever. What's everyone else doing? What's everyone else doing? Because we're all old enough to have seen teams win leagues. Do you know how many times the players might save a manager? The tactics might be shit. The manager saved it. I mean, the players saved them. Sometimes the players are fucking about. The manager might change 1-2 things. Maybe the manager and the players have effed up. They've got away. It's not also, again, I have not seen Arsenal at their best this season. But there is an element to win leagues and get over the line. How good are you at your worst? How good are you at your worst? When the chips are down and you lot can't sit here and lie to me about this one's got this goal, the goals are shared out, when the backs are against the wall, and you either need scenarios as a result of coaching which create chances, or players to do that, or people to stand up to, who do you look around with? Again, I'm saying the same things week in, week out. It's boring. I'm thinking there would have been a different outcome if Zubi didn't make the mistake. Everyone was rattled after that. But then I question you lot's mentality then. You never made a mistake before? What's going on? I hear you, and it does change the trajectory of the game, because me personally, I actually think in hindsight, I said it before, the worst thing we did is score. I think had we have not scored and Man United even took the lead, I think we might have got either a point or all three out of the game, because we're a mental team like that. I think us getting that first goal, well, us with that first half an hour put us into complacency. Us then getting that first goal made us very complacent. Them not making it 1-1, and we played shit towards the end of the whole game, really. But like the end of the first half, I felt we thought, oh, you know what, we're still in this. Cool, Zubi made an idiot mistake. Let's calm down a bit. Only Arteta, those players, coaching staff, and the man upstairs can tell me what was said at halftime. Because there was a point we actually looked decent. You know what? Remember, there was a time we'd be vexed about the first half this season. We come out, we're on a bit of crud in the second. Because I'm pattern recognition. Nottingham Forest didn't really do too much after the second half. Definitely the last 2 home games. What the hell? I still remember Liverpool. To a degree, I'm not even that vexed about Man United. I still remember Liverpool. DG, I've accepted no forward in the system will ever shine. There's too much emphasis on structure and too much fear being installed by Arteta. Saka is doing as well as any footballer would, in my opinion. There's always, you look at Gyökeres. There was also, I understand, I told you, Gyökeres, isn't it? There's going to be issues here. But I understand the premise of some fans, ignorant being bliss. No, not wrong. Arsenal need a striker. I understand it. My man's numbers, ridiculous. You then look at going from, and he's not really a talking point of the game, but you look at the exchange rate from the Portuguese league to the Prem. There's already an exchange rate, right? He's now come to the Prem. We're talking about Arteta and handbrake and playing attacking football. Already, there's now a tax applied to Gyökeres in the same way it would have been to Eze, in the same way even all of them attackers, whether you're playing, I can't just blame the gaffer for you lot, but all of you lot. Until the handbrake goes down, it's crazy, because there's also another world where you've seen probably some players in teams with systems that are get a bit more out of them in attack. They're probably overperforming. They probably look a bit better. Saka's cross led directly to the first goal. People won't forget. I think Saka just needs goals, bro. Saka needs to wake up. He needs goals. But I do think people are neglecting beyond goals and assists. Pardon me, but after that, we're carrying too many people. I need to ask people where Saka is most effective. Is he in that position often enough? No, something's wrong. It's jarring, bro. That Excel spreadsheet comment is spot on. It is. And you need a bit of that. I don't want Arteta to deviate too much away from that, But the other 10%, like I said, 90%, we're all right. That 10% that will make the difference, that will feel like 100%, until you arrest that, you got 2 options, Gaffer. It's either you bring me this Prem or some trophies with the way you're doing things, and yesterday was a bad day out, but you've won, or you change things, and there's different realities. If you don't, there needs to be questions. If Eze is not direct anymore, I'm not blaming Arteta for that collectively poor. I don't think any forward in the system excels. We get the best out of the system is more important than the individual quality. And that's it. He needs to look at SI. He needs a way to allow them to thrive, man. Mateta on his way to Forest. It's dark for Palace. Forest. That's one where he just wants to leave for the sake of it then. Because that how does that boost your chances of Europe? Because the rumors around him was I want to leave to get in the France team. I understood the Juventus links. That's probably changed a bit because El Nesri is probably one of them like Ivan Toney to Middle East where you've said I'm leaving now. You don't want egg on your face. That's a good signing for them because they got Igor Thiago. Nobody said fear the Emirates. Come on now. When you choose to live and die on fine margins, this is the result you get. If the whole team is shit, any lineup would have failed. No leadership, no intensity. I hear it, man. There's a big Calafiori shaped hole in the team right now. Don't want to do the injury thing, but he's important. He is, but then, and you're not wrong, bro. Because I do think at a point, I still wasn't happy because I've not been happy about how we've attacked all season, innit? But I remember bitching about like we're not scoring. We was winning games. I remember sitting here, pardon my French, bitching about not scoring goals and doing all of these kind of things, yeah. And I remember crying to you lot like, okay, we're winning games, it's all going good, but Calafiori and Timber, they're in the box statistically more times than our attackers. Something's going on, but cool, it was working. There was presenting threats, and you are right, off 1,000,000%. We're missing Calafiori. Why I'm a bit peed off with that is man shouldn't be missing a left back. I know that's a disingenuous way. Man shouldn't be missing a left back. And it takes me back to the first season, Zinchenko and Jesus' first year, where I know Zinchenko will be known for crying at Anfield, but let's have it right. I remember Chelsea away was very good. Zinchenko was a breath of fresh air in that false left back role. I was one of them, we doing Tierney, Zinchenko, he can't defend. I understood it though. The inverted left back at the time, that was a breath of fresh air. I never saw it. But we used to sit there and say, the left back's not there. We miss Zinchenko for creativity, which is right to a point. But then no matter how much football develops and strikers got to drop into midfield and this one's and goalies got to be good with their feet, certain basics, the fullback. And Arteta, I do think, with the kind of players being missed and certain players form, I do think you revert back to tag. Because I think rather than sometimes, and you're kind of damned if you don't, I think when I look at Marino, you try and make him replicate what Odegaard does in that right centre mid. Sometimes I think that's a problem. And I do think on one hand, I can't criticize you for trying to keep the things the same and also pivoting in it. I am trying to be fair to you, right? But since Calafiori's been in and out the side, you've kind of just doubled back on that. Listen, right-hand side is arting, in it. Like Timber, Saka, you lot make it work, Odegaard, whatever. And teams can clock it. That's the gift and the curse of being at a team for a while, being known for a unique brand. They know set pieces, we're probably going to score. You know we're going to press. We're probably going to dominate you, keep at least for large periods of the game, camp you in your own half. We're going to huff and puff. We might get a goal. But like Man United showed, like several sides have shown, if we don't kill you, if we give you a chance and you respect the respectables from us and we give you a chance and you take it, you're laughing. Arteta pressed the panic button when he subbed 4 players at once. I think he did, but then at the same time, I definitely couldn't say 4. That's one thing I feel. I feel at halftime, he must have sat there and said, yo, listen, couple of you got 10 minutes in it. You got 10 minutes in the second half. If you want to stay on this pitch, you got 10 minutes. And then ultimately, you saw how the game panned out, innit? You lot are not idiots. You saw how the game panned out, man. Can we get to 100 likes? You lot are boying it. How on God's green earth have we not got 100 likes? 74. Big up you lot, regardless, though, who have hit the like button. But yeah, man. That same tax that affected Golden Boot winner Aubameyang, bro. Arteta needs this mythical false 9 who's going to do all of that stuff and bag, bro. Like, we're not going to get out of the hood with what we're doing. Madueke came on and started dribbling his own shadow. I'm fed up of Arteta's nonsense. We won't need to sack him if he fails this year. I see him walk. I don't think he'll ever walk. Come on. We need to take more risks. I said it the other day. We need to shoot more and let our attacking players create. Also a bit worried about how nervous we looked after we scored both times. We go again. We have no choice but to go again. But yeah, exactly. I'm still vexed. Timber scored that. Lit should have done better. To be fair, I think it could have been. I think it could have been anyone. You know, I genuinely think it could have been anyone. It could have been Lissandro. It could have been anyone. I'm sure United will say they'd avoid it. But if I was United, the only thing I'd be vexed about, you scored 2 goals. Maybe could have started the game a bit better. But I think there's way more. I think I'd be 99.9% positive if I'm honest. You know, prior to the game, 7 games you've not won at the Emirates. Obviously, we're in a better moment historically right now than you lot. I think it's all gravy. I think it's all gravy. I think Dorgu's wavy because of his comments before and now. I think it's always nice to see your attackers. I think in Buemo, I think it's a good moment for Man United fans with Cunha, because I know some have been, to me, I always think Cunha is a good player, but I know some fans have been onto him, and obviously it helped. Carrick did well, but you know, you brought Cunha, sorry, off the bench, and he bagged. So yeah, man, I think we need a right winger and put Saka on the left. You got your right winger for 50 odd million quid, man. I'm not gonna keep crying about it, but and I'm just a novice football fan, but bro, you needed a left winger in the summer. You could have brought Semenyo. They definitely could have been peas for Semenyo. Even if you're sitting there and saying, "Oh, if we buy someone in January, what about the market in the summer?" That's great, but you would have to buy less, like that 50 odd, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever's left over, sort out what you need to sort out, man. But well, I don't want to keep crying about the same things, man. Can you let me know if you lot can hear this before I play it, man? So it's only right, man. Just so you lot know exactly what's happening to me. And Arsenal, you did me dirty, man. Can you lot hear this?
Time. You get me? Like, this is what it is. I told all of you, man, you know, oh, we don't lose at home. One beating at the Emirates, bro. Hold that. You better slap that on that Mitchell, bro. I'm telling you.
Can you hear that? As he should be crying, man. I wanted Mbuemo as well. It's quiet. How do I? There's a way to do this. Is it share screen? There's a way of doing this so that we can watch this properly on StreamYard together. It's either all right, share window. All right, let me see if you look. Can you?
Goal shots.
Any better?
Goal shots. It's mad.
So no one's just gonna help. You lot are just, and you lot want Arteta and the players to wake up, and this is what you lot are doing, man. Fuck you lot, man. I'm the only real G left, man. We used to be a proper country and a proper club, man. Why have I been deserted like this? I thought this season was going to war, man. I bought my gloves, I bought my shin pads. It is what it is, man. Turn up. We can hear it on your mic, on your finger. You know what? I am rattled. You're not gonna see why I'm rattled. You're going to see, not even rattled, but it's like, I can't lie, I feel like King Von. I didn't realize how much people wanted me out of it. Like, I know anyone can get it, hit up anyone, but I didn't realize how much. Nah, let's say that. Rants could never be my owner. Big up Rants. That's I was about to get myself cancelled. That's weird. We'll say weird. Big up Rants. You lot can say what Rants is one of the realest in YouTube. Like, you lot can draw him out and do all this. He hates Man United and Arsenal and all that crap. Him as a person, my guy, innit? It's just footy bants, man. So yeah, if you can hear it, you can hear it. We're gonna do this.
It's Pete, bro. How you feeling, man? You gonna be alright?
Where is it?
I told you, bro. You man got bust up. What are you telling me? I told you, bro. I told you. I let you chat. That's why when you was chatting was on Friday about see you on Monday, I was smiling at you, bro. I knew you was getting packed in, bro. On Friday about see you on Monday, I was smiling, boy. You man got bust up. What are you telling me? I told you, bro. I told you. I let you chat. That's why when you was chatting was on Friday about see you on Monday, I was smiling at you, bro. I knew you was getting packed. I knew you was getting packed in, bro. I got defending, man. They packed themselves. You got packed in. Brother, you never look like winning that game at any point, you know. No, it's not capping. Brother, when? Actually, you did look like winning the game. Before the whistle, that's about it. As soon as the whistle went, you never looked like doing
what you did to me, Arsenal.
Let's be real. Brother, even our tracksuit top was better than yours, blood. Even our tracksuit top was better than yours, blood. And you man are the fashionistas, blood. We even look better than you today. Right. Now, what about for the tracksuit, blood? Rants, I promise you, it might not be in 2026 or 2027. It could be 2045. I'm going to remember this. Yeah. One day I'm going to get you back. I hear that. What time's the show tomorrow, fam? You know that? What time's the show tomorrow, man? What time's the show, blood? Because you were the one running your mouth. I let you collapse yourself, blood. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, brother, I saw the ball go out for throw-ins and I saw bare man dressed like XT seats at the Emirates, you know, like bare man in, why is it black on black? Blood, just clear, man are wearing plain red shirts, you know, blood. Brother, this is crazy. I put everything on 13 black. And it's in them.
Arsenal let me down. Sometimes in life you got to gamble. I gambled everything. I lost it, innit?
Like, what we doing?
See you in a couple hours, man. But then in life, I can't lie. You know what? We have to laugh at stuff, people, man. Like, if we don't laugh, we're gonna cry, man. That whole game, yeah, was humble pie. Where is it?
Clearly, characters like Buemo and Sesko and this one. These youths are meaty, bro. They're meaty. Our centre backs are different. You know what? Left back. Show them Saka. I love that. Saka. Next time he dives in like that, he knows to go down. Odegaard, Saka, he gets second. Bakayo. Pass it. I love it.
See how lit life was for a second.
They agented Saka and told me I make excuses. You got an assist against him, so that's their forward. Shameless. See what happens with Gary Neville controlling the narrative. Don't care who scores. You know what's mad? Oh, boys, come on.
And there's a moment, yeah.
It's fine.
I'm literally calling the meeting.
Huh?
There's a moment I'm talking so much was. I saw it on the clip on the fan reaction things. I'm talking so much was, and then they bagged.
Stay warm, Jesus. I don't think he got.
What did you hear there? Jesus, I don't think you got 90 minutes.
Was good. I told you we shag ourselves. What you not? Leeds away next week is more scary. We're really nice. We're not scared of these. Wait, one more. I reckon one more goal. We done it, man. These man are sure. We make it 2-0. They'll try and make it. We'll end up winning 3-1. They'll try and make it an open game. Jesus, keep working. Marino, stay warm. Jesus, I don't think you've got anything past an hour. You know, I can see it. Big up you. You're trying. I can see someone that's coming back from their injury. Boys, the collective comes first.
Where's the?
Keep going. This is the Man United. They were gassy. Oh, Zubi.
Oh,
lucky. You see why you say humble? Buemo's good. I told you we shag ourselves.
Well, Alpha, you're a real guy. You see, I was gassing it as well, and then.
That's my bit of humble pie. We're still gonna win, boys. 0-0.
Who's gonna win what, blood?
Oh man. Fair enough. The way we ended the half.
Where is it?
Come on, Hayes. You better walk away, bro.
I need to see a second.
Listen. What is this? What is that? What is that? Both of you looking at the ball. I don't know. Someone should jump on it. Someone win the header. Then get at your teammate for not doing it. What is that? Come on. What is said at half time? What did we do at half time? You got to stay on rise or something. Feel like we got the eyes. What's going on? Really, boys? Really?
You lot. All I say is you lot, man, kill me while you got the chance.
I still can't believe they sent my nephew to Marseille. You'll be there, man. Your man did nothing to deserve your goal. Either it's an own goal. Gavin, you're chatting. Like, you know we deserve that goal. Make it happen. Let's not do that. You're just doing
What minute did they score?
Doggy. Oh my God. Doggy scored a banger. We have started this second half poorly. The left back is playing left wing. He has scored a fantastic finish. Credit where due. That is a fantastic, humbling experience, man, because all I wanted to say was flawless performance, can't make something on ransom.
Trust. Do you know how much I had so much? Do you know what's so deep? That's why I think God's watching Man United. It's all friendly. I had so many bars for anything Man United. Like flawless performance, can't make something on ransom. Can't pocket that. Oh, I was ready. You know, I'm a real G, man. I tried to back us.
I was ready. I was so ready.
Howler, bro. Howler. 40 Banson thing, they're on me, bro. I rubbed out myself, bro.
Everything about you that related is cold, bro. But for us, that goes off fucking. God, I know I shouldn't say this, but you can shave 2 years off my life. Please, if we just grab an equalizer, man, please.
And that's why in life, be careful what you wish for, you know. Genuinely be careful what you wish for. Because in life, on a serious note, I remember I asked God to eat, and then I started complaining that there's a lot on my plate. I said, God, and allow me, God, alhamdulillah, please. I said, if we can get a second, you can shave 3 years off my life. God always delivers. He gave me that second. He didn't say, yo, you're going to get the second and win. I should have. properly, but
Please, man. Please, man. Please.
God delivered, you know.
Free. I don't want to be in one of my cabbage anyways. I'm getting too dark. I'm getting far too dark.
I did, man.
But I can't defend my ways. Even if I agree or disagree with what you got to say, bro. Bring your smoke, man.
And then when did they go? And I want to go through the comments
Just
as
make
well.
sure
Man.
we never have a sunny day at the top. Just make sure Arsenal don't win.
Hey, DJ, in 30 minutes, you need somewhere to hide because you know who's coming.
You know, like,
All I say is fuck the judge, innit? Fuck the judge. I'm only speaking to confirm my name. Free DG, free DG. I ain't gonna start crying in court and shit when we're here with friends. But minute, free the guys. I'll be back.
Relax, Saka, relax. Pass the ball, bro. Saliba, remember, man.
Sorry, people. Off topic, yeah. Do you know what Arsenal does to me? I even thought the game was still playing. I was getting excited. I'm a good commentator, innit?
Sacks, please. And I like that. Wrap it with him, brother. Wrap it with him. Get the fucking ball. Get the fucking ball. Marino, get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Hey. No, I get the ball. Get the ball. I'm not happy. Hey, come on. Good job. Hey, shut up. You think I'm going like that? No, mate. You don't give up. No, I surrender. No, hey, Marino. I told man, there's a game for the Reeboys. Yes!
I'm getting rubbed out on the letter as well.
Let's go, bunch up. Fuck it. We lose. Let's go. Lemens is shit. I told man, look where he is. Wait, come on. And someone needs to create force because why are you leaving it sooner? You put in the box, yes, stop a lemma. Run to the corner, don't run to the corner. Come, right.
See, Arsenal, you're doing this to me, you know? To me. Bro, they're on me with the celebrating thing. We gotta get DG a vest or something. The shirt off thing is gonna be bad karma if he doesn't just rip his shirt off on Talksport. This guy taking off his top like he's in front of Gal on the bench. It's too cold to be doing that. It's July, it's January, not July. I deserve the smoke.
Why can't you just be simple, man? They're asking you for this. Double them. See? We don't care about passing all this crap. Is it Effie? Is it Odegaard? Forget that. Because when it's time to let your bollocks fucking hang out on the table and get something from games, he's standing up to be counted.
You lot ain't ever believed in your team before?
Man
said more nudity than Bonnie Blue. I deserve this. This is the latest part of me becoming a villain. Man said nipple game. Hey, SLD, yo, pussy.
Somebody's got to lose today. Boys, come on. Someone's got to lose today. I'm not happy.
Someone's got to lose today. Little did Broski know. It was his team.
Come on. But this is what I mean when I sit here and we all sit here and we say, before we talk about other clubs, Arsenal biggest enemies themselves. Why do we keep drawing ourselves out?
Arsenal biggest enemies themselves. Why do we keep drawing ourselves out? Little did bro know the plot twist was still thickening.
Obviously, we can do some valiant point and what I see, but I know what to do. Look at Saliba. Look at Saliba. United. Look at that. Madueke. Oh my God, Madueke. I can't get vexed at anything Madueke does because you brought him on there. Ref, look at the time where he's...
What did I say today? I can't get vexed at anything Arteta does. You brought him. I mean, Madueke does. You brought him.
I bet you keep the ball fast tonight. Oh, FB truck. Hey, where's them United dickheads? Where's them United dickheads in the chat? Where are they? Well done.
You know, I understand why everyone's on me, you know. I understand. I've been talking. This is how I come across on the net. I've been talking crud for weeks and months and years. They needed to get me out of it. I needed to, and I'm not even done yet.
You thought I was done out here. You thought I was done. You like typical me. You think I was done out here? You know.
Shout out to Brandon.
Wait, come on.
Little did bro know.
There's no news on a big Sunday as well. I don't want to play. I want all 3 points. Let's go. First and second. Let's go. Shit, you scared of Kai. Ref, that's ours. So no one's going to clap Bruno. Who's that putting on the floor? Oh.
No one's going to clamp Bruno. You see what I'm saying?
Oh. Cunha scored. It's over. Cunha scored the third.
See this football thing?
How? Wait, see this game we love football. They don't love you back, you know. They don't love you back. They don't love you back.
They don't let them love you back.
You're most vulnerable when it's definitely not that. You're most vulnerable when you've just scored. Boys, the Red Devils.
Fuck these fucking Red Devils again, man. Alex Ferguson bugged it again, man. Alex Ferguson's spirit is still here, man. He's bugging it. He bugged it in the game. Forget that though. Forget that, man. Forget that. So we've seen rants throw me out. At least I poke fun at myself. But what I wanted to do, is it here? Yeah, it is here. I wanted to go through some of the comments still. Is it here? Okay. For the first, we're gonna start here. Man said 4-hour stream. Hold that. Big up for the stream deluded. Machine for machine, we saw whose Glock jammed corners. Could have saved you today. Huh? You see the verbal thing? You know what? I see one comment. Someone's like, I saw you go your team corner boy. You man a corner gal and he put hashtag hookers. I was thinking, fuck. No, they're good in. Thinking, fuck. Fucking hell, man. Hey, Man United, I need us to not lose to them for 20 years, bro. You know, so deep. I can't. A part of me wants to run from Rancy Stream, but I ain't built like that, innit? Right? Because I would have been there if I was talking my wife, said it. I just hate when Rats, because I was told, man. You've been telling man for years. And the first time, you see what the thing, broken clock's right twice a day. You've been telling man for years. Fair enough, I was chatting shit. But you did tell, man, nice dark, bro. Nice dark. And obviously, that Don's referring to when it went, woo, when I went, woo. Oh, man, they're on me, man. Alright, that hurts still. That hurt. Up the Peckham Reds, the Emirates is brought down, G, coming like Old Trafford. Big up for the attendance. The funeral was lit. You'll be eternally haunted for trying to flex. Taking the t-shirt off was our madness, deluded. Run Rants is 50. Me and Rants didn't bet on nothing. Nowhere for you to hide after all that shit you was chatting to Rants. You're finished, stay on, boy. Norwich flags. But even that, away from that, we'll go here and look at some of these comments. Let's start here. Appreciate that. Big up Michael. Derek, appreciate that. My G. Arsenal are lucky to have fans like this. Is he boying me or is that a boyment, people? Is that a boyment or is he being cool? I think he's being cool. One love. I think he's being cool with it. It's dark. Normal guys like us, we bleed Arsenal. If we lose, feels like the world's end. We need to win. We need Arsenal to win to keep our sanity. We go day by day, but Arsenal's our lives. But we lost this league now. But if we lost this league now, it hit different. The way we lost was a disgrace. This L pissed me off differently. Going to step back for a good 3-4 games. I've never been impressed about who the captain is, but no captain is subbed off as much as Odegaard. Why did you delete your live stream? I don't know what that means. I feel shame for defending Odegaard. Never again. He's not a captain. Odegaard, more than any other player in the squad, needs to be sold as soon as possible. If you have a weak captain, you have a weak squad. Get him gone. You shouldn't be surprised. The system is shocking. 17th in open play goals, and we thought this would be sustainable. Be afraid to lose. You are bound to lose. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Will Mikel change? No. We will have a more attacking style of play next game. No. It'll be the same cowardice football. Gareth Southgate settings. We should be focused on fixing our own PB. The fact that our football is trash, let the haters hate. If top gooners weren't so clueless, we might not be hated as much. Stage fright. Another big game, they didn't show up. We froze, bro. I feel sick. Saliba is better than Rice on the ball. Arteta out. He's the problem. Epic head loss, my G. Epic head loss. Get it off your chest. Before that call with Rats tomorrow, my bro. It's going to be a cold Monday. If you never hired in front line, it is up to 3's up. Corner boys weren't in the building, but corner boys in the building. I'm still here. Free DG. I ain't begging in front of the judge. What awaits me. If you like what Rants is going to do, if you got a fucking gun to my head and you're going to end my life, fucking end it. At least I went up. This is how people felt about one of them. Now I know I'm hated. I'm so disappointed, but we'll rise again. Crumbling because the mentality, the ref, Stonewall penalty on Maguire handball, and a red for Martinez for punching Jesus in the face. calmer on the previews from now on, DG. Never said that. You think I learned my lesson? What's the worst that can happen? My team lost. They're going to call me bottlers. Rant's going to fry, man. There's better clips and whatnot. I'll be back talking COD again and again and again and again. And they better, you don't lack. Because this can be peak right now, yeah? This can be peak right now. Make sure my team don't win. I've gone too far to turn back. I'm the up that everyone wants. I can't squash it. I've done too much. And once I've clocked out, I've done too much. Yeah, man, I'm doing the most in my mentions. Big them up. A few decisions cost us the game. Did you see Jesus get punched twice? Shout. Pen shout, not even a card given. Explain yourself, man, on me. How much did Man U pay him for that mistake? The boys will bounce back. Let's see where we are into the season. I hope so, man. We've had that bare times, Doug. A lot of times. What's this? There's 24 comments. Did we go on this one? Man's a United fan living in US, but I swear down, DG, easily one of the best on football YouTube. Man said 6:30 GMT today. The core of this team, Sir Limpel. All right, Les said that. Prop, Les said that. We're not reading that. Man said Bozo Gabriel. Man, I'm just saying that. Sometimes a dose of humility is needed. Sometimes be a little realistic. Just like saying goes, pride goes before destruction. Arsenal become too arrogant, believing all the hype coming from social media. I don't think our players, I think some of our fans live in Lala. I don't think Arsenal fans need social media to start hyping. I'm waiting for that generational cooking that rant. The Laguna drunk uncle might need to pour one for yourself. A couple of you, I know it's verbal, but a couple of you, I'd love to just flick your head, man. Like, did you take your top off for the equalizer only to lose the game? And fuck, Ozzy Matty, big up you, but fuck the 13 people who hit that pussies. And big up Ethan, man said sensational hate watch. I'm full of pain. Calm, man. We looked poor structurally and defensively weak. I want Arteta gone. It's not even their stat though, man. You look in some of the shorts, people. Like, where is it? Forget that. Mandy's a quality player. I ain't going through the comments. Arsenal broke my heart today. Same old saga, brother. Got it as always. Have to be better, but I still believe we win the title. More to do with the lack of other teams. DG sounds deflated, like we don't have a 4-point lead after a hectic Christmas and January stretch. Come on, you Gunners. Listen, come on, you Gunners. But you see what I'm saying? Don't start doing all of that, man. Don't start doing all of that. Don't start doing all of that. Zubimendi to be hooked off with Odegaard. The boys need to show a reaction that leads away. Otherwise, panic stations. Credit to United. Zubimendi killed us today. Corner boys in the building. Deserve that smoke still. I see your IDG. Is that spliff or tears or a bit above? I probably tears. I don't know what spliff is. Man said, DG, 6:30 today. Don't hide. Don't dodge. Just bring your deluded, discombobulated, and deranged attitude. I hurt Man United fans' feelings, you know. I know they've got me. I know I hurt them because they're on me. Big up. Hold that. Managers onto Odegaard. What a difference a week makes. Certain man was saying this Arsenal team would beat United. I never said that. Man was taking off his top for United goals last week just to hold smokers up. Zubimendi changed the idea on me. Man said lost the London derby. Man United gave him a concussion. This individual don't get it. Buying the I can't lie, deluded. These men are giving me vibes. They're gonna crash the second leg against Chelsea, you know. Fuck them. And I did see some interesting comments on social media. This is in relation to obviously Arsenal. Your defenders and your goalkeeper are good enough. Stop using them to basically suffocate any creative talent you have. You need to be braver in selection and approach. It's so simple, in my opinion. What do you lot make of that? Arsenal conceded 3+ goals in a match for the first time since December 2023, ending a run of 121 matches across all comps without conceding more than twice. Arsenal have conceded 2+ goals from outside the box in a Premier League game for only the second time at the Emirates. Well, that's a bit of history for Mikel Arteta in the wrong way. Carrick is the only manager to face Mikel Arteta more than once in his managerial career and have a 100% win record against him. I hope you don't get the permanent job. Where are the ones now who said a point was a good point at Forest? Another game where we lacked flair and attacking instinct, but went there for a safe point. Arsenal hadn't. Oh, well, we've gone over this. Man, get the fuck off my screen. Odegaard didn't play a single minute against Inter Milan and still dropped an atrocious performance today in one of our biggest games of the season. Nail on the head. It's ironic because the manager was a midfielder himself, so to completely ignore his midfield beyond pressing is mind-boggling. They have absolutely no responsibility, and we're all scratching our heads asking why we don't play through the middle. Why can't we create any chances besides crossing? Why do our centre-backs have the ball for so long? It all stems from that shoddy midfield. Defenders and attackers in Arsenal do not get to have off games because they must be perfect or we fail. The midfield, on the other hand, just need 96 pass completion and everything is grand. It seems that, as usual, on Arsenal Twitter, you have to pick a side. You can't just be an Arsenal fan. You have to be Arteta in or out, or you have to be Gyökeres or Sesko fan. There's no way Gyökeres and Sesko, even though Sesko won a header against Saliba in the build-up to it, there's no way the Sesko-Gyökeres thing is relevant to tomorrow. You can't simply just support the club. It's always one extreme or another, which is true. We need to win, so Captain Odegaard goes off. But don't worry, he'll start 10 the next game despite doing absolutely nothing. Just remember, he leads the press and offers control. That's why he starts every game. Those of us a certain age will remember 97-98 and that home defeat to Blackburn. The staff and players used that knockback as a catalyst for the run, which meant we stormed the title, hoping the current clock can draw inspiration from that. It sounds good, and it's not wrong, but you don't know. I agree with this. I'm still rattled by how easy Dogu and Bruno did their 1-2s before Dogu scored that banger. I want my 24 hours back. Clear evidence that we reverted to old habits when certain dynamics and players were reintroduced at some point in the season. Too much attention has been on the masked man. I don't think he's our greatest attacking point of failure. I think both are to blame and we're also wrong for overreacting. I don't think anyone's overreacting, man. Didn't you say there was no pressure at Rentz's channel? What's wrong with you? Who's Rents? Who's Rents? What's Rents? And if you're going to quote me, quote exactly what I said. It sounds great. What's right? What's wrong with you? What's right with you? Because if there's something wrong with me, why are you here typing on the sticky keyboard, bro? I don't manage, you know. So what? I back the team. So what? I didn't manage. I didn't play. Don't think drawing me out, you're going to take frustration out on me. Go shout your gal, bro. Like, you get it. We win, lose, and draw. Behave. Please. Tranquillo. Don't get me involved. Whether I said that or not, don't involve me, bro. I'm not playing. DG, when you go on TalkSport, please ask these players to have a players-only meeting. This is enough, bro. Why do people think I know the Arsenal footballers? Today has been a dark day. If they didn't beat City last week, it would have been even darker, but we moved. It ain't over. But I don't see us winning against Leeds. If Arsenal lose against Leeds, forget the title. Topless DG is bad judge. I ain't learned nothing, man. I want a 500-word apology essay from DG. For me, when I see Arteta and them not do it, only way we survive this is lifting trophies. It's dark. No, I didn't see you in the watcher list. Mods can see that now. 6:30, mate. Don't forget. Never hiding, front lining, man. Never hiding. Let DG do his thing. He's an original and bleeds the Arsenal, and we love him for it. Even the rival fans do. Don't change for anything. What can I say, man? What can I say? Listen. I'll hold the smoke today. It's not even holding smoke. I can't defend the undefendable. At least I went out like a Spartan, man. I'm disappointed in my players because you didn't tell me to chat shit, but I thought the man that were on stuff. I thought us fans, the players, everything would have. I thought it was a hooligan thing this season. I thought it was a Spartan thing. I was wrong. I'll never do that again. Now I'm too far to turn back. I'm just on the Lone Ranger thing. If you're with man, you're with man. If you're not, it's cool, innit? Raise it, man. Everyone can stand up to be counted in times of success. Let's go, man. Raise it, and raise it some more, man. So, yeah, I think that's right. I think a lot of this social media stuff is right. These are the things that piss me off as well, man. Obviously, these are just screenshots, but I mean, come on, man. Like, you want you here, bro, and you used to be here. How much, bro, Saliba's great on the ball, but, man, looking at him to be playmakers week in, week out. Bro, I'll tell you, this is by design, bro. The good, bad, and the ugly is all on the team and the gaffer, bro. See what I'm saying? Say it thing. Don't get twisted. It'd be fun to play here if I was a fullback, but come on, man. Just takes a bit of homework as Carrick did, and yeah. By the end of the season, Arsenal fans will look back and thank United for yesterday's result. I hope so, my boy. This is the 5th consecutive season in which Arsenal have had a winter slump. We had one in 2021-22. We went 5 wins without a win in January. The next following year, we went 4 games without a win in January/February. 23, 24, we had one. Fuck, I've erased that. We had one win in 7 games between December and January. Now we've got 1 in 5 games in January. Most important thing now is the reaction at Ellen Road. Game Wednesday to make wholesale changes and rest many up. Players feeling the pressure, and also the fans. I've sensed that all season. Desperation to get over the line is so strong on and off the pitch. Stay with them, bro. They need to stay with themselves, bro. Arteta's weaknesses, which haven't improved despite the spending: balanced lineup, player profiling, 3-game winless runs, favoritism with selections, risk-averse football in possession, needing set pieces to open up majority of games. And it does feel like swings and roundabouts, as you can see here, every year. This was a follow-up tweet from Mr. Wayne's World, where he's looked at 21, 22, 23, 22, 21, 22, 22, 23, so on and so forth. And then, swings and roundabouts, bro. Brought 4 subs on at the same time and thought he was doing some Einstein stuff. Just showed how ill-prepared he was for the game. If just being a goal down can make you tear everything up. I disagree with that. I think he was told, I think he said that at halftime, but I agree with the premise of what's being said. This is part of the reason why there is Xhaka revision. We can fix that in multiple ways, but our manager keeps forcing his favourite sons into the midfield. And that was a follow-up tweet from, what makes how we play right now so hard is that we were so good from open play not so long ago. Front 5 was special. What a time this was. Owen has said, it's given everyone a bit of a chance. I don't think City have been brilliant this season, but wow, they've been playing pretty average, and they're only 4 points away from it. It's a massive result from the Aston Villa today, and that claws them into contention. I still think it's Arsenal to give away. I think they're the best team in the league. They're the most consistent, and the most solid and probably the best squad. But there are questions. They've not done it before or for a long, long time. So we'll see how it pans out. But 2 points from 9 is a wobble. Arsenal have 2 wins from 5. City have 1 win from 5. Aston Villa have 2 wins from 5. Liverpool have no wins in 5. Spurs have no wins in 5. Chelsea have 2 wins in 5. Pundits go on about the hardest league in the world until we lose, then we're bottlers. I think that's true, but we did bottle it yesterday. I'm not going to lie, man. But lost the this might be AI. Blood. And I know some of you are going to be shameless and twerk for Spurs, but fuck them. I hope City win that, bro. And big up Cunha. I think we showed character and power in the group. We knew what to expect. Come here. I think it's the best team in the world, honestly, today. Honestly, they play with Mikel so long. They respect every single tactics, every single thing that he feels. So we know how hard it will be to come here, but we are united and everything we do is to win. Get fair play. You did all of that. Credit to you. Brazicillo. And I love what Patrick Vieira said about Saka and that. I also love what Petit's saying because I feel it's too nice now. Declan Rice is such a decent guy, such a sweet guy on and off the pitch. If you're listening to Declan, I want you to be nasty on the pitch. I want you to bully the opponents. I want you to be nasty with your teammates as well. I want those guys to show they're thinking about being champions. I want them to act like champions. Facts. I think Saka was too quiet. He's one of their, if not the best offensive player. This is Patrick Vieira. In big games like that, you'd expect him to take the team and perform, which he has done historically. Trossard is an important player as well, but he did not perform. Up front, I think Jesus ran a lot and spent a lot of energy, but you want him to be more focused and more inside the box. In midfield, I think the only one was Declan Rice. You could see that he's winning balls, winning 1v1s, and he brought a lot of energy. But there are too many players who played below their level. And when it is a game against United, it becomes really difficult to get a result. True. Remove the fact that he mentioned United, because obviously you know who's playing United. And just isolate that. How many times have you said that this season? And I hate this. Arsenal, you lot are so lucky that everyone else is so shit and inconsistent. That's their business. What does that mean? That's not a flex. Because if you're worse than us, what are you doing then? Anyways, man, I guess when we can chat shit. And again, top goal scorers after 23 games played. Trossard, 5. Gyökeres, 5. Declan, 4. Eze, 4. Marino, 4. Saka, 4. On goal, 4. Magalhaes, 3. Zubamendi, 3. Bearing in mind, Zubamendi got 2 in one game. Eze got 3 in one game. And the players need to buck it up. But again, trouble in paradise. Because just a few weeks ago, you lot were telling me, there's different goal scorers, different solutions. And this looked peak. You should have come on. I didn't agree with you coming on. It is what it is. We knew you'd play some part. And I did ask for Marino, so I'm not, and he did score, so I'm not on him. Says it all. Gyökeres, bit part. Trossard, purple patch. But yeah, own goals, fair play. Eze, bit part on the peripheral. Marino on the peripheral thing. Saka's been injured, but not really doing the business. Rice is what it is. Goals win games, innit? Attacks win titles. And Seaman said he was shocked, man. Odegaard was surprised he's coming off. We're still 4 points clear, but there's still questions about the mental strength of the team. They need a leader to lift the spirit of the team. They need to understand when they're on the pitch, they have to play with more energy and more risks. They have the quality. They didn't play with freedom to express themselves. They need to go back to basics to express themselves, play with freedom and go forward. There are too many players that didn't perform today. And Arteta said, that's fine. We accept every opinion where it comes from, and whether it's coming from, they have the right to say it. At the end, we have to show mental strength we have on the pitch when it comes to match day. We're absolutely brilliant in Milan today. We weren't that good. I don't know if it's mental because of how much they played, but because we were poor, especially technically in certain aspects of the game against a team that when you make those mistakes, they can punish you big time. That was the difference. I can't lie. I ain't trying to hear from Gary Neville and Roy Keane, man. So yeah, what's Patrick Vieira said here as well? Has he drawn out players? Well, you said Saka. Oh, we read that already, man. What's been said here? Man, get off my... Where's the Wenger? I had some Wenger comments, people. I don't care about that. This is said Arteta could be sacked if he don't win the league. I've skimmed through this. There's no real basis of it, people. Arteta really, this is what Brown said. Arteta really could be sacked, and it sounds harsh because of what he's done with his team. Who cares though? Big up Arteta, but in theory, nobody cared what Tini brought. No one cared what Ramsey did. No one cared what Aubameyang did. No one cared what several players did. You've played your part. Tommy did. For whatever reason, they needed to go. That has to be excluded. There might be guys in the squad that are first names on the team sheet, but we're going to a certain level. They might meet the same fate. It has to ascend to the manager. You can't keep going what he's done in the past, which big you up. You've got us here. But you, in the same way, Wenger was the man to pay off the Emirates. You were the one to put in a bit of life and whatnot. Maybe. And until you show me different, maybe the next one is the one to say, all right, Arteta's done this. Wenger's done this. I get Arsenal here. And he might be the guy that gets us over the first line, but don't help us retain. And then he might help us in in the league, but you might not be the one that gets us Champions League. I don't know, people. So this don't feel like much, if I'm completely honest with you. Father Wenger, man. Look at all the legends speaking. Ian, I need some comments. I believe Arsenal wanted to win the game so much that they lacked a bit of patience in build-up and with the speed of the ball. They used a bit too much force and not enough technique. On the other side, I believe that Michael Carrick found a good formula, a good balance between defensive stability and good technical level. It's the first time I feel that the central defenders, Saliba and Gabriel, were a bit more nervous and less dominant than usually they are in games. Why? Because the midfield is anonymous. The attack is doing fuck all. With the first United goal, Zubamendi makes a mistake, but Saliba should not be in front of him. He should give him support and stay behind him to have the possibility to defend the ball. When you concede 3 goals at home, it's difficult to win. Facts. I would say that the goals scored on both sides illustrate a way that both teams played. The goals of United were very well built, good cohesion, and goals of Arsenal were more decided by fighting and power from corners. It was not clean play. They gave everything, but Arsenal, they lacked in the first half what I'd say is patience and technical cohesion. Bro, Wenger, I love you to bits. Cool Arteta, bro. He needs to hear that. He needs to hear that. The best place to talk is on the pitch. That's the only thing I'm pretty sure I'll agree with Arteta about, man. First of all, I congratulate Man United for the victory. A game of moments, I would say, defined it. You knew that would be the case. That's gone for us a couple of times. The first 30 minutes was total dominance from our side. In areas that we wanted to score the goal, they had another 2 massive chances to score. After that, we gave a very unusual goal away that gave them hope. Really? Is it unusual? Saw it against Chelsea, seen it against Spurs. Changed the energy and the momentum of the game. We weren't at the standards that are necessary at this level, especially with a lot of simple things with the ball. We started the second half, again, a bit doubtful and conceded the goal. When you talk about magic moments, that's an incredible magic moment that Dorgu has. We made changes. We tried to shift in different ways, scored a goal. And with 2-2, you could tell straight away, game on, the energy changes, belief changes, and we're on top of it. In the next action, Noni is 1v1 against 1 in the 6-yard box to generate something. Ball goes out of play, goal kick, they close the structure. So Noni's fucking about. But from a goal kick, the structure's been poor. 1 long ball, 1 pass, and Cunha puts another magic moment in the back of the net. That was tough. And after that, we struggled to react because it was a difficult one to do. We should have done things much better in certain departments. But apart from that, make sure that we are very close to our players, our incredible players, because they're giving us so much joy for 7 months, every 3 days, in every competition, to be in the position that we're in today. So make sure that weighs much more than the pain of today's defeat. I take full responsibility today. They have to take full responsibility for what they've done for 7 months in the manner that they've behaved, how much they want it. And now in the process of winning, you have to lose or draw is how you react. Now we have another opportunity. The best place to talk is on the pitch. in 3 days' time when we play in the Champions League. And the better the energy is around everyone, the staff, myself, the players, and especially our supporters, much better. We play freely, we'll flow, and we'll continue to win a lot of matches like that. Boy. I'll tell you, it's being too nice and answering every question. Just a few more likes to be at 100. Oh, mate. I thought you didn't look at the league table. I don't, man. I don't. And I don't know why Liverpool fans are twerking for Man United, but I mean, like, Liverpool fans ain't got no. I don't care about the result now because we know what happened and we've gone over that. I don't care about the nervousness of the stadium. Obviously, they have to transmit energy, but then why are the fans nervous? Stupid errors leading to goal. We know that the way teams set up in Europe helps us. In the Premier League, we haven't. We've gone over the Henry stuff. There was booze at halftime. Again, it can't. In the same way they give you cheers, you deserve booze, bro. Fans are fickle, bro. Get them on side. Don't, because I've seen it before. You don't take too much in players in what the fans have to say. Anyway, man, come off the screen, bro. I don't want to hear it. It's up to us to show our character now. But Kyle, I love you, but seeing is believing. I think we didn't show our best level for the full game, which is frustrating. It's such a big game with a lot riding on it. Obviously, the Emirates has been a place we've been so strong this season. It's a tough loss to take, but we have to stick together. We go again next week. We'll try and get back to winning ways. In football, you can score, you can concede. It's your action after it. Obviously, we would have wanted to make it 2-0, but we didn't. Overall, we're just not happy with the performance. The journey is not always going to be smooth. There's going to be ups and downs. It's up to us to show our character next week. It's all our focus now. We can't change the result now. Look forward and on to next week. Show me. That's all I ask. Show me. If we're talking, show me. Kairat, I don't even care if he scores 7 goals. But we do have Kairat after. Leeds away, Chelsea at home, Sunderland at home, Brentford away, Wigan at home. You know what you need to do on the roads. It's never going to... Fair enough, Odegaard, for speaking to the media, but what have you said? Obviously, it's a factor. It can be a good factor as well. It gives you more fuel, more hunger and determination to get it done. We have experience in all those seasons that it's a long road and a lot of things can happen. And we're seeing that. Why would Sky have to apologize for Cunha's celebration unless Arsenal fans start snitching to Ofcon? Be together now, look for the next game and bounce back. It's a long run and there's a long way to go. The most important thing is to stay in the moment. We can't listen too much to the expectations and everything around it. It's never going to be easy. It's tough in this league. We just have to keep going and keep going. We are still top. We'll keep pushing each other and be together now. Is that what you're on, yeah? Come off my screen, man. What's this? Nothing. No one don't care about this, people, but apparently Arsenal and Chelsea target Samu has been criticised for crying too much after he missed a penalty for Porto. So we've already got poor mentality monsters. Arsenal remain in talks with Zinchenko over a permanent move to obviously Ajax at the end of before the end of the window. And make sure you're following on TikTok, man. Big up you lot. We're trying to get to 2,000 before the end of the thingy, man. But somehow it's been here. We've been here for 2 hours. Make sure you're following on Rancy's stream. I'm sure you lot will be happy. You was twerking for them. Stop twerking, because at the end of the day, you know why you Liverpool fans are dunce bats? Because you always cool. You won the title. You lost. You spent 400 odd million quid. Gyökeres has more goals than certain man. And Man United are cool. We lost. We might bottle the Prem and do those things. Man United are playing 1 game a week. You know, make sure they don't get top 4 ahead of you. I don't care if it's Chelsea or Liverpool. Make sure, because I've said already, I'd rather United do it ahead of you. Lot. Make sure. Stop twerking and skinning out batty. Stop. Misery likes company. Behave. We'll hold our smoke today. Behave. How comes Man United beat us and you couldn't at the Emirates? You think I won't shoot myself to get you lot? Don't feel bad, DG. Arteta catfished the whole fan base. They ordered Pep, but got Moyes. Bye. What do you think of the bro and loose cannons this morning? Who? I didn't see today's episode still. That's not Turkish's channel. What the fuck is this? Big up Turkish, 140,000. Doing his thing. Oh, Mo. Big up Mo. What do you mean? Big up Mo, man. Been about. Big up Mo Hader, man. Love the guy. Yeah. I'd rather not see. You're not getting top 4. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be here crying about Jurgen Klopp. I'm trying to piss you off with that name. Anyways, I hold my L's. I fronted up to the music. I'll be on Ransley's stream at 6:30 as usual. Win, loss, draw. Big up all my Arsenal fans that have been here. Big up you lot who do not support Arsenal, but you fuck with my content. I hold my licks. It is what it is. Please make sure you're smashing the like button, you're subscribing, you're leaving a comment. We're trying to get to 75k before the end of 2026. So, yeah, man, big up yourselves, man. And on that note, still corner boys in the building. It's still A's up till we freeze out. What, you better don't call a man Duppy till he's dead. I'll have my day in the rain because one day I'm gonna have my day in the sun. You better finish me because we're crying today. We're gonna be celebrating in May, man. I ain't going out like this, man. In a bit. In fact, cut the chat. I want you, one thing I didn't show you lot, yeah, is the verbal. Is the verbal in my my mentions on Twitter. Big up Fish, because he's not involved, but there's verbal. There's verbal going on. There's verbal. There's verbal. There's verbal, man. There's so much verbal. Look, there's big up Jerry. He's just on, man. Look, verbal, look, verbal. People are telling me, keep your shirt on. There's countless verbal. Look, countless verbal. Rico Squeeze doing me there. Look, verbal. And like I said, man, 6:30 is the State versus the Ludoguna, man. They're on, man, still. Verbal. There's no point being here for Instagram, innit? And you know what, yeah? Big up Rants and big up United fans. But you lot come back at Arsenal, yeah? This is the one thing that pissed me off in my Twitter mentions. Family. This is who supports Man United, fam. This is the guys, bro. Man looking like crackheads / girls. / no pronouns is a nice way to put it. This is who's giving me verbs. And I can't even say nothing. But like I said, verbal. Not Lee, but like the guys using Lee's meme in it. Verbs. They want me out of here, man. Look, verbal. What's this? DJ, I beg you address this on your stream. You only hope so cool. No, man, fuck man. You can chat shit. Look, on me. I don't even know these dons. I don't know why Roms is acting because he's a Liverpool fan. Roms, you know when I bucked you Brown and I got to take a bit, I got to send you a little message. You've been a naughty boy. You was getting me to handle trouble in paradise. Roms, on you for life, bro. Big up you lot, man. Always just like